Dear members, friends, and guests, good afternoon, and thank you for joining our ABGA Start-up Showcase today. I'm Chloe from ABGA, and it's my pleasure to be your host today. Some of you may already know and be familiar with ABGA, but others may not. First, let me briefly introduce ABGA and today's events. ABGA stands for Asia Blockchain Gaming Alliance, a non-profit organization dedicated to helping the further development of the blockchain gaming industries. To fulfill our vision, we continuously expanding our members' ecosystems, generate industries analytical reports, and host various online and offline events. Starting from last month, we upgraded the previous matchmaking meeting, which only opens for our members into the ABGA Start-up Showcase. So some more exciting teams can have the opportunity to show their great jobs. We will host the event once a month and invite 10 exciting teams to present during the event and help them making more connections within the industries. Today, we are having Jackboot, Warm Host Ray, Climbers, DIG Game, Yumi's Friend, Mendex AI, ERM Labs, Poco, Eden, and the ChillGG joining us. All of them are exciting teams from the sections or blockchain gaming, NFT, and metaverse. Each of them will have 15 minutes to introduce more about their project. We'll also record today's event and upload onto ABGA's YouTube channels for everyone to refer to. So let's look forward to their presentation today. By the way, if you are interested in connecting with any one of them, whether for events or other forms of partnership, do not hesitate to contact anyone from ABGA or just scan the code on my background and leave your message. Our teammates will help with the connection. Thank you. And now I would like to announce that our Startup Showcase officially begins. And let's welcome our first team, Jackboot, to give the presentation. So let me first introduce Jackboot a moment. Jackboot is a casual competitive game project provider. It offers time-honored games and tournaments such as poker. The first game has been launched on Google Play and cooperated with the top community. The team comes from world-renowned companies. They have accumulated tens of millions of users and are currently actively exploring Web3 games. Let's welcome our first speaker, Frank, core member in Jackboot, to make the presentation. Hello, Jack.
Hi, hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, can you see my pitch deck too?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. So should I start?
Yeah, you can start now.
Okay, thank you. Glad to meet you, everyone, in this afternoon in UTC-8 time. And the Jackbot is we produce win-to-earn games. The reason why we win-to-earn games because we noticed that the play-to-earn is not sustainable enough. So we chose those kind of games which is time-honored and very classic and very general, easy to understand to public, to fix the two problems. One is less fun, and the second one is the death spiral in the GameFi industry. So what we do is actually we provide different kind of very general public games. For example, our first game is a poker game, and in future we will provide more games. For example, this is our first poker game. If you guys visit here, you can see this is a live demo. So this is my NFT, and this we go to play. And please note that these chips are not coins; they are just virtual. So that's why we can launch Google and with the compliance. So this is just an NFT game. So yeah. Let me go to this part. So Yeah, so we put this game into Google because we didn't offer the game coins can turn into money, so which is also with compliance, no problem. But we so yeah, but if you mint our NFT in our website, you can join the contest with more benefit. Like you can attend certain kind of games, and you might get more rewards. Yeah, this is our first game, and in future we will provide more games such as chess, golf. These kind of games are also very easy to understand and they last very long. Why we choose these games, it depends on our value proposition. So we notice that this kind of games they last for hundreds of years, and they are long lasting, and they're still with very vivid active users. And from the data level, this is also a promising land. If we drag this data, we can see a lot of action games and the easy casual games. They still occupy a lot of users' attention, and this is a story about mass adoption. So the market size, as we noticed that for the traditional game, we already have 30 million MAU in Web2. So we try to incorporate that kind of users and introduce them to the more so-called advanced concept in Web3. Yeah, there are a lot of competitors too. So for example, Gala, Arc8, Joyride, and Jackpot. A little bit difference is that the Gala game, we think that the lack of killer apps, right? So the Arc8, probably there are more super hash. Yeah, we are just doing those kind of very classical games only. Yeah. Our business revenue is like, if you notice that there is a gaming company called Playtika, which is there is a Chinese boss which is famous that the net margin is 15%. 15%. Yes. Our tokenomics is quite simple. So if you can spend time to get game token, and you can buy NFT to get token, and you can use that game NFT to join the contest to see if you can win or lose. That's it. This is a very classic model which lasts for hundreds of years, and just like our parents play mahjong, for example. Yeah. The very best tokenomics is that without tokenomics. Yeah. So this one is quite sustainable. This is about our marketing. We can see some real examples. So if this is one of the marketing which have quite a lot of users, and we cooperate with them in Southeast Asia, and a lot of players just join the game. You can see that the game is very popular actually. So yeah, this proves our models. Yeah, this is a lot of examples we are doing right now. So we have already raised a couple of $1 million from the United States and both China, and some of the investors that already have 10 million, 100 million DAUs per day. They are also very interested in bringing this Web3 gaming into the general public. And we also incorporated by top-notch industrial leaders. We actually we are one of the project in this style, which is quite famous in the Chinese-speaking area. But actually, we were a United States company. So regarding the team member, we are actually from the both US and China, the very best gaming companies. And we have the very best of famous game industrial leaders and investors and so on. Yeah, yeah, that's basically it. That's it. Thank you for everyone. Yeah. Any more questions? No?
Oh, for today, we didn't have the
okay, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Thanks.
If you have more want to share, you have minutes to share.
Sure. No problem. Yeah. Basically, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, ABGA. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's it. Bye.
Thank you, Jack Book, because we have seen your excellent project. So let's move to the next one. And next, let's welcome the Wormhole 3. Wormhole 3 is a social incentive protocol that empowers anyone to bootstrap and amplify their communities. So let's welcome today's speakers, Vivian, CMO, and the co-founders will give us more details about the project. Hello, Vivian. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, sharing screen. Can you see?
Yes, I can see your screen. And you
Okay,
can see now.
cool. I'll get started. Yeah, okay, cool. So thank you. Hi everyone. I'm Vivian from Wormhole 3, and here today to share about our project with you guys. So Wormhole 3, we are a social incentive protocol, and we aim to empower anyone bootstrap and amplify their community. So what we you can interpret this as a platform where you can build your own curation, creation, and referral module in minutes, a no-code platform. So let me tell you a bit more about why we started doing this. So in the beginning, we decided to focus on social, and we investigated the Web3 social, and we realized that there are several pain points that we want to address. So firstly, the lack of user base due to like a high barrier to onboard. As we all know, the issue with like wallets and gas fees, and also a lack of incentive mechanism for social behaviors, such as curating, which means reposting, like, or replying to a post. And these actions are actually essential to content dissemination and community building. But there seems to be a lack of incentive mechanism for these kind of behaviors. And thirdly, we find that there's a lack of like focused communities in Web3. So there is no quality content and a good content review system. And most of the content providers are actually projects like ourselves. So you realize that, for example, you guys have probably heard of like Nostradamus, the app that was like really popular a while ago. And you realize that people hear about it, and we all go to download and try it out. But few of us are still using it today, or even still have the app in our phone today, because there are no like communities and no good quality content on the platform. So that's why users wouldn't stay on the platform. So what we thought of is we want to build a solution to address all of these pain points. So first, we built this layer technology that allow users to easily own a Web3 ID and through their Web2 ID, so that they can interact with Web3 protocols easily on Web2 platforms. And secondly, we built a protocol that can evaluate and also motivate social contribution, rate content, and build reputation for individuals and businesses. And lastly, we combine this social protocol with a token reward model, so we can build self-sustaining communities and drive community-initiated growth. So a bit more about how we connect Web2 to Web3. So we built a seamless onboarding experience that can power mass adoption. We have a very unique ID and social auth technology. So users can actually own a Web3 ID by using their Web2 account. So currently we do this with the Twitter account. So when you go to our platform, you can actually just sign up with your Twitter account and your Web2 data. So all your Twitter posts, your likes, your retweets, comments will be stored and structured on chain through us. And this means that actually you can interact with our protocol. You can tip in cryptocurrency directly on Twitter. You don't need to go to other platforms. You don't need to go to our platform. You can do it all on Twitter. And secondly, we built the social incentive protocol. So the protocol evaluates curation contributions and distribute rewards to curators. So as mentioned previously, we think that curation is as equally important as creation in terms of content distribution. So traditionally in creator economy, usually only the creator are rewarded, but actually the curator spread out your content, who help you retweet, repost, like, and comment on your content are as equally important as the creator in terms of helping the content become more popular. So, which is why our protocol rewards the creator, but also focuses on rewarding the curators. So with Wormhole 3, you can actually customize your own social curation protocol. So the protocol rewards the content creator. It rewards any social interaction, which is like any curation action that you have with the content, and also the invitation behavior with like token and NFTs. So you can take a look at this model. So for a community, for example, like us, Wormhole 3, when you post a content, our community will interact with our post. They will like and they will share, they will retweet. And these actions will go, all of these actions will actually go on chain, and it will call the curation protocol to evaluate the value of these actions. And in turn, they will determine a prize pool on this content. So based on the value of the contribution of the curators. And then they would reward the token and NFT to the curators, and also reward the token and NFT to the creators. So what we want to do is eventually we will become a platform where any project or community can deploy this model in a few minutes. They can deploy their own token, NFT, and SBT system, and their own social curation protocol, customize it, and design their own reward model on our platform in just a few minutes. So one key part of our protocol is a dynamic curation power system and the curation credits. So what this means is this is essentially the system that determines how you will be rewarded on Wormhole 3. So we look at 3 key components. The first one is social influence, and which is determined by your Web2 reputation and your Web3 reputation. So this will be formed of, for example, SBTs and community NFTs that you have collected. And the second part would be community power, which is formed of your community token stake and your NFT hold. And the third part will be the curation reputation. So the curation reputation is formed by actually the curation protocol. We will timestamp all the curation actions, such as, for example, your like, your retweet, all these actions, they will be timestamped on chain. So that, for example, if you are the first person to like a post or retweet a post, your reward will be higher than the users that retweet or like the post after you. So this will create the first minor effect and create competition in terms of curation and increase curation mining. So actually the curation credit is formed of these 3 components, and the curation credit will determine how much resource you have on our platform. So for example, how many posts you can curate per day. And also each time when you curate a post, when the reward is calculated, the curation credit will determine how much reward you can get. So what we want to do is we want to empower anyone to build their own social and curation network. So this is kind of a layout and overview of how our protocol works and how where the users will interact with our protocol. So here you can see that the social interaction and relationships, as explained before, is formed between the content, the creator, the curators, and the curation protocol. And the users can interact directly on Web2 platforms such as Twitter. They can also interact on Web3 dApps, which these are some examples of Web3 dApps who we are integrating our protocol onto their platform, onto their dApp. So users users can actually use our protocol directly on their dApps. And of course, we also have our own platform, so you can interact with our protocol on Wormhole3. And the incentive layer we built is formed of a curation protocol, and in the future, we will show protocols that can incentivize social behavior. And all of these data that you have on Web2 platforms and Web3 dApps, these social interaction data, they will all go on chain. Currently, we're using the chain Steam, and in the future, we will also support Lens protocol. So we will also have like protocol from the Lens protocol ecosystem, and the data will be stored on Polygon. And these data can be used to form your social graphs. So these are some, so I will go through some use cases for our protocol. Firstly, we can work with NFT platforms or any creator platforms, content creation platforms. So what we can do is, for example, if you are an NFT artist and your artwork, your NFT collection on, you launch your NFT collection on OpenSea, you can actually allocate a proportion of your sales revenue from your NFT collection to reward people who curate your collection and curate your post on other social media platforms. So this forms a closed cycle where you encourage more people to share about your collection on, for example, platforms like Twitter. So more people will see your collection, and in turn, more people will buy your collection. And we can also work with, for example, DEXs and also sexes, where the people will share about, for example, the coin, which coin or token they're buying, and things like that. So anything that they share, that they want to share on other social media platforms and gain influence, we can work with and evaluate the value of these social actions and these curation actions. And a second use case would be we can actually post on chain. So currently we have a few hashtags where if you tweet with this hashtag, your content actually goes directly on chain. And so this helps to achieve mass adoption. So Web2 users can directly participate in Web3 on the platforms that they usually use. And also we, by actually uploading all of these actions and this content on chain, we effectively combine with our curation protocol to create an incentive layer for the decentralized social curation network. So you can imagine if you are a project or if you launch the campaign, you can actually designate a hashtag, like for example, hashtag Wormhole3 or hashtag ABGA, and you can encourage people to essentially tweet to earn. So anyone who tweet with your hashtag will be able to mine your community tokens, and also Wormhole3 platform tokens. And eventually, we will combine our protocol with a token reward model so that we can build self-sustaining communities. So for a community, you want to encourage people to create content, and also you want to encourage people to disseminate content. That is why we built this protocol and this incentive mechanism to encourage both creators and curators to help disseminate and create content for communities. And by having more quality content, your community gains more attention, and therefore more influence, and more users will come to your community. They will participate in your community economic activities, such as participating in token staking and NFT staking, and which means more rewards that goes into your DAO treasury. And this will mean a higher price for your token, and therefore more contributors will be drawn to your community because they see the price of your token, and they will be drawn to contribute to your community. So this forms a closed-off, positive, self-sustaining model for community growth. So our alpha is currently online, and so actually you can go to, let me see. Okay, so let me just very quickly demo our platform. Yeah, so you can see here that this is and this is actually our platform wormhole 3. So our is, and currently we support several functions such as tweet on chain and also curate on chain. So sorry, I think. Sorry, I think you can see my screen sharing, right? Okay, yeah. So currently, so this is our platform. So you can actually see that we have created a curation for the post by ABGA today. So the post about the showcase. So how we did this is actually we created this curation directly on Twitter by retweeting this post with a hashtag iWeb3. So and then the tweet actually has a curated task, and so let me see. Yeah, so actually what we did is we just retweeted the post by ABGA with the hashtag iWeb3. And then, yeah, so see here. And this means that it is now actually on chain, and reward can be accumulated for the creator and curators who attend this curation. So right now, if let's say you tweet or you like this post, you'll be able to put your name here in the list of curators. And after close, which is in 3 days, we will calculate curation reward based on the things mentioned before, such as your social influence, your Web2 reputation, and also your token stake. The reward will be calculated for each individual and also for this post. And then the protocol will distribute these rewards to all of these creators and also the creator, which is ABGA. So if you guys actually retweet this post or like this post and then you sign up on our platform, in a few days you will see rewards in your wallet. So, so this is just one part of our function, and you can see the other parts, such as creating a promotion. This function is for projects who want to maybe promote their content. They can put their own tokens, or they can put like stable coins like USDT to as a reward for people to promote, to retweet, like, and comment on their post. And also we have the tipping function. So you can actually tip directly to ABGA, and also you can tip directly to anyone who has registered on our platform. And they will be able to receive the tip directly in their wallet. You can actually also do this directly on Twitter just by writing a simple comment at wormhole3 tip whatever token to another Twitter user. If that Twitter user has registered on wormhole3, they will be able to receive the token reward, the tipping reward in their wallet. So currently, this is our feed, and it's organized by hashtags. And all of these posts are posts that have been curated or have been posted on chain from Twitter. So you can see all of these posts here. You can interact with these posts on our platform, or you can interact directly on Twitter. And here you can see that there are rewards for this post. And this is calculated by all the curation actions on this post, the value of the curation actions. And afterwards, the reward will be distributed to all the curators who participated and the creator of this post. So
Vivian,
yeah, so that's
yes, yeah. Because of the time constraint, so our minute is run out. So do you have any want to share?
Yeah, I can just very briefly share the last part, which is
yes.
yeah, about the team. So yeah, sorry about the timing.
No problem.
So yeah, so currently we are at Alpha 0.4, and now we're developing the community module. And in the future, we will support more protocols and more platforms. And just briefly about the team. So the team has been in space quite a long time. We have developed a social dApp before, and also a staking DAO, and also in 2021, a staking DAO creation platform. Quite like this one, is also a no-code, create your own community module in a few minutes kind of platform, but it's focused on staking. And it achieved a TVL of 36 million in 17 days of launch. And so now the team, so this is an introduction of our team. We have a few developers, and the team has been together for quite a long time. And we have received a few grants. And our backers include like Waterdrips, DDAO, and DT Capital, BML, who have invested in our previous product, Nutbox. And also we have formed over 50 partners with who have used our protocol or our promotion, or actually used our integrated our protocol on their dApps. So yeah, that's an introduction to Wormhole 3 and also to our team. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Wormhole 3. And as you can see, I have sent the project's message on our message boxes. If you have anyone want to know more details about them, please check the message box, and you can take the Twitter of them. And if anyone want to connect with the team, ask the questions, or any other cooperation types, please contact our colleagues from ABGA or scan code on my background or this way for helping and the connections. And I will also share the links to our message books. So let's move to the next team. Okay, we will have the Eden. Eden aims to create the first ever knowledge metaverse on the blockchains, leveraging decentralizations. Eden gives data ownership back to the users and is a safe haven for authentic social interactions. Back your claims with the Eden token, make predictions on platform, and express your true freedoms or speech. Let's welcome Nolan Lee and Mike Fu, co-founders of Eden, to tell us more about the projects. Hi, Nolan, and hi, Mike. So, are you here?
Yes, hi.
Hi, and you can
thank
share
you
the
very
screen.
much for the introduction. So actually, I think we have an updated version of the short intro about Eden. So I think later on I'll just share that in the group for the update. And let me just share screen and go through the deck. Also, just thank you for being flexible, because our team is currently at Austin, so it is pretty late for us. We appreciate you allowing us to present first.
It's also our pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Okay, so let me just share the screen.
Yes.
So I believe the slides is up. Should I start now?
Yes, you can start it. It is clear.
All right. Hi, everyone. So welcome to Eden. Eden is essentially social with opinion NFT-backed Web3 identity. We're currently in beta 2.1 version. And let me just go through with you more about Eden. Before we start, just imagine yourself, if you want to share your real thoughts online, but you're just too afraid you might get canceled or ostracized because of the current social media environment. That's especially true in Twitter. Imagine if you strongly disagree with a so-called expert or KOLs online, but you just remain silent, because what's the point of engaging in an argument and even winning an argument? As a result, you just remain silent once again. And also, you might hear a lot about very cool, the cool features of a lot of Web3 social product, promising to give users the idea and concept of ownership. and which has a potential to solving a lot of problems with existing social media platforms. But after trying a while, you just give up because it's just too hard to rebuild your entire social connections on new platforms. So those are all the existing problems with the current social media landscape. We really identified a problem with two elements. The first is the Web 2 social is plagued by cancel culture, political correctness, and extremism. People either just remain in the silent majority or they share the most acceptable rather than real opinions. Unfortunately for Web3 social, even though it promises to solve those problems by giving people the ownership, it has very poor user experience and very high transition cost that essentially prevents mass adoption. So we really have a conundrum here. And our solution is a concept called a Web 2.0 social, consisting of a plugin and a web app that allows users to do three things. So first, you build identity with our unique innovation, which is Opinion NFT. It is a tradable element of your social graphs, and it allows you to mix and match different elements of your social graph to unlock different social connections with other users. It allows you to participate in our prediction market to potentially give credibility to your voice and also to make money. And most importantly, it allows for one-click transition for users to be able to experience all the Web3 features and innovations directly in their Web2 environment, including Twitter and Reddit. This is achieved through our browser plugin. So which goes back to why do we call ourselves a Web 2.9 social. So this is a brief user data. We run the beta testing from March to April with the users we actually acquired from East Denver. So about 230 users signed up. And after 7 days, the average time spent is 16 minutes, and users extensively participated in our core functions, including the opinion NFTs and prediction market. And we have a 17% 7-day retention rate, despite a lot of imperfections with our current platform. And by the way, our team is working around the clock to ship new products and new features based on the feedbacks that we have received. And we're very heartened to see the results, and we're motivated to move forward even quicker. So this is a brief breakdown of the market sizing. Obviously, we're in the social media market, so we'll skip the total addressable market and the serviceable addressable market. Specifically for the obtainable markets, we are targeting the DAO users, which is this whole initiative is led by our chief marketing officer, who has an extensive experience in working with Web3 projects, and he previously was a founder of one of the largest crypto marketing firms on Binance. So essentially what we're doing is we're converting the DAO members into our users, our investors, and our free promoters by having the DAO treasuries to invest directly in Eden. We have already signed a few memorandums of understanding with the key organizers of the DAO, of those DAOs, and we're ready to basically push the product once it is available for public beta. So that's for the market. Very importantly is why we are doing this now. The important thing is that we believe the structural changes in both the demand and supply side really creates a window of opportunity to create a Web 2.0 social. On the demand side, people are increasingly fed up with the current environment, with the social media world. It is validated by research, by a lot of the observations by people like Elon Musk and Mark Andreessen, those KOLs on Twitter. And most importantly is the rising popularities of apps such as BeReal and Gas really validates at this point. So the need on the demand side is obviously very obvious. But we think very importantly is the supply side changes on the blockchain that has really matured to a point whereby it can support a Web 2.0 social. In addition to just the development on the layer 2 and sidechains, which offers increasingly more throughput to support a social media DApp. Specific technologies such as account abstractions and zero-knowledge proof are really conducive to building social product, and innovations in NFT standard being the two of the most important ones, which we're currently using, being ERC 1707, 4907, and EIP 3664. are directly beneficial and essential to the opinion NFT functions we are currently developing. So combining the latest development in the demand and supply side, we really think now there's a window of opportunity to build a Web 2.9 social. And we're actually, once again, very heartened to see from the beta testing we've done that users seems to really appreciate our thinking and our features. And they keep coming back to our platforms, even though there were a lot of, frankly, bugs and imperfections. So to share with you more about our product, I'll pass the time to my co-founder, Mike, to give you a quick demo.
Great, thanks, Nolan. So, hi guys, I'm Mike. I'm the co-founder of Eden. So I will share with you more about what our product looks like. Usually we give a product demo at this page, but since we have a very big and public stage right now, so we won't be providing the demo, but we will be more than happy to provide demos upon request from fellow investors. So just an overview, what we have a web app and a browser plugin. On our web app, you'll be able to participate in different prediction markets, and then you'll be able to post with whatever predictions you made and whatever opinion NFTs you mint. But more importantly is the Twitter plugin we have. And this Twitter plugin, it basically allows you to do two things. One is for you to participate in embedded prediction market under Twitter posts. So in this screenshot right here, which is from our under development project right now, basically you can see, you'll be able to see like a prediction market about Elon Musk directly under a tweet of Elon Musk. And at the same time, you'll be able to see other users' opinion NFT holding and unlock these mysterious and surprising connections while you're browsing Twitter. So all of the front end work on Eden is powered by our SageRank, which is a unique innovation of recommender algorithm. So SageRank basically takes into account like users' opinion, users' profile, their profiles interaction with opinion NFTs interaction with each other. All of that together is feed into a hybrid deep recommender system that uses the same model and same technology, large language model, as ChatGPT. And this model basically takes all of the opinion NFT as vector embeddings in this model and convey all of that into a recommender system that allows our users to always see the NFT of their interest. And this recommender system, it even takes into account smart contract information. So it allows recommendations to work on both blockchain as well as their existing social media contents. And in terms of user acquisition, Nolan already shared a little bit about that. But broadly speaking, two main channels of user acquisition. One is through our Twitter plugin. After the plugin launches, we're going to DM people directly on Twitter. And also with our KOL collab and DAO collabs, we're going to be able to ask users to very easily just install a browser plugin from like the Chrome store or the Firefox store. And another thing is attending physical events. Attending East Denver has already proven to be a huge success. Despite we didn't even have a functioning product at the first day of the event, a lot of people believe in our vision and still sign up on our waitlist and even joined our beta that launched about a week later. So we will be attending more physical events. And in fact, right now, Nolan and I are in Austin right now attending Consensus, and we've actually met even more users who's interested in our product. So very simple tokenomics model. I'll try to simple things down. Basically, we'll be deploying a dual tokenomics system with our governance token Eden and our utility token Flint. You'll be using Eden to vote, to govern, and to mint opinion NFT, and you'll be using Flint to make predictions in the prediction markets. And also very simple revenue model, 5% transaction fee from prediction markets and 10% royalty fee from NFT sales. And just a very simple calculation based on our beta. Basically, our unit economics accounts to about $100 per user per month in terms of revenue. And lastly, we think the competitive landscape in this the social sphere should really be made up of both the dApps, the protocols, and the plugins. The dApps, we think the problem with dApps is that they offer extremely high transition costs, but offers no matching convenience and connectivity. And protocols, they're more like the Lego builders that provide you with Legos, but instead of telling you what you should be building with the Legos, they're just providing with you more and more pieces of Legos, creating more information silos. And plugins, we actually think Mass Network is pretty innovative, but the very nature of them offering only auxiliary information really limited their potential and the value they can bring to the users. And our competitive advantage, 4 key points. One is that we are the team that really has a very deep understanding of users' need. We were able to validate our idea and the problem we've identified with our first closed beta, and we did over 8 iterations since we started this whole thing about a year ago. And second is innovative product form. I already shared a lot about what our product looks like, whether it's the innovative opinion NFT, embedded prediction market that allows anyone to participate in these very fun and entertaining markets where they can make money and win arguments for purpose, or the Twitter plugin that allows a seamless transition for any Web2 user into the Web3 space. And third is that we really have the superior technology that is able to be translated into a better user experience. We have the patent pending SageRank led by our CTO. We also have the ability to utilize latest Web3 technologies such as content abstraction, ZK, and some of the latest NFT protocols, such as the ones we shared earlier. There are actually protocols for rentable NFTs and modifiable NFTs. And that is very, very crucial in terms of bringing the next era of utility NFTs. And 4 is our team has the global reach, whether it's in the US connection to many college campuses. And by the way, I think as of today, we have almost 100 college campuses that is ready to launch partnerships with our product. And in Singapore, Nolan previously founded and sold a marketing company. And in China, we are the we're the first startup that signed direct strategic partnership with Tsinghua University's Metaverse Lab. So coming closer to the end, our amazing team building the product, Nolan and I are here presenting to you guys today. We're both undergrad dropouts from Columbia, and our amazing CTO, Mao, he's currently a PhD at MIT. He was previously a founding team member at Cast Data, a company that was later acquired by Google. And then Jodie is our design lead. She actually was part of VaynerMedia and part of the team that designed the NFT series VeeFriends that accounted for over 200 million transaction volume. And Kali, we mentioned earlier, the founder of the #1 marketing agency on Binance, and he managed to raise for his clients over $20 million alone last year. And our advisors, Professor Yan from Columbia University, specializing in financial engineering and prediction market, and Mr. Hutchison, he was formerly the chief compliance office at Datto, which was a New York Stock Exchange public company. And we already talked about Tsinghua University's Metaverse Lab. Last page, funding. In our current C round, we're looking to raise about 1,050,000 USD, whether in US dollars or stable coins. Over 50% of that will be going to product development, with the rest going to marketing operations and others. That concludes our presentation, and we thank all of you for the patience and listening to our presentation.
Okay, thank you, Nolan and Mike. You have nice voice, yes. And I know that it's late in your time zone. You are in Austin consensus, yes, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, maybe some of our team members can go there and you can have a meet up there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Definitely.
Yes, and have a good night and have fun in consensus.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Good luck to all the teams pitching.
Yes, good luck. And let's welcome to our next team. Let's welcome Climbers by Platinum Egg. Okay, Climbers is the first or
yes. Hello.
Okay. May I have the brief introduction or Climbers?
Yes. Should I share my screen quickly, if I may?
Yes.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, firstly, thank you very much for having us.
Oh, may I introduce you? Okay. Okay, I will pass my microphone to Nick Yoshida, Head of Business Development. Yes, you can start it now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks for the introduction. And yeah, very happy to be here. We are from a company called Platinum Egg, based in Tokyo. We have been game developers for over 20 years now, going into our 21st year. And obviously over those 20 years, the majority of that period was in Web2 games. However, 5-6 years ago, we pivoted to blockchain games, Web3 games. And today, we are here to present our new project. It is called Climbers. And as you can see on the top page here, we believe it to be a next generation Web3 game for Web2 gamers that combines elements of GameFi, SocialFi, and Metaverse, all at the same time providing an innovative collaboration platform for IP owners, NFT projects, and other rights holders, content rights holders. And we like to call this Game 3.0. Now, what is Game 3.0? Game 3.0 is a combination of the three aforementioned elements of Web3 gaming. The first one being GameFi. As 20-year developers in the gaming space, we have extensive knowledge of Web2 games and Web2 gamer tendencies, and essentially what is fun for a Web2 gamer. And now combining this with Web3 gaming brings us to GameFi, and GameFi in a way that can be mass adopted by Web2 gamers, this being the focus of Climbers. The next key element is SocialFi, where inside this game Climbers, we have certain functions where user-generated content, UGC, is very important. And this is an element of Climbers which sort of essentially encapsulates the SocialFi experience. It is where players are able to create and share, obviously socialize, communicate, etc., and also be rewarded. In other words, earn. So this is the SocialFi aspect of our game Climbers. And lastly, Metaverse. Inside every game, there is a Metaverse. If the traditional definition of Metaverse would be to go into a world and experience various different things, which are essentially static. We obviously, as a game, have a playable Metaverse, and combining the UGC aspect, the SocialFi aspect of this game, we have actually given birth to essentially a never-ending playable Metaverse, I wouldn't say eternal, but a very a long-term, theoretically forever playable Metaverse in which players can obviously enjoy, create, socialize, and earn. And so therefore, we are combining these three elements to create what we call Game 3.0. The fundamental concepts of Climbers comes from the existing sort of GameFi world, where as long-time game developers, we feel many of the GameFi projects out there are lacking in the core fun of games. So we've definitely made a point to push that forward, as in this is a casual game, which you will see later. It is a casual game that can be enjoyed by everyone, as the word itself says, from casual gamers to heavy gamers, kids to grandparents. Anybody can enjoy this game, and it's loosely based on Fall Guys. But one element that we felt was very important in putting into this game was the fun element. The next element, being a Japanese game developer of 20 years, obviously, we feel that one thing we can bring to the table that, well, many game developers in Japan can, but across the world, we feel like we have an edge in this aspect, is the Japanese quality of games. Whether that's in programming, whether that's in the arts, whether that's in the game design, we have extensive experience where we are able to put this at the forefront of pretty much any project we do, but this particular project, we have focused in on that to make that a fundamental point in the game. And finally, the economy. The in-game economics is something that we feel has been lacking in a lot of GameFi projects in the past, leading to inflation, deflation, and leading to various different short shelf life of projects. We actually have a blockchain game in operation now called Crosslink, which has been in operation for 2.5 years. So we have a track record of being able to design the economy of a game, and we have put this same knowledge into this particular project in the GameFi. We also actually have a patent of tokenomics, which is registered with the Japanese Patent Office. But this is an area that we feel we are very skilled at. Now, the next element of this Game 3.0 that we feel is first of a kind is the open collaboration platform. Now, this is something that we have also incorporated. It goes with the UGC aspect that was previously mentioned. But the UGC aspect are stages that the users are able to create. And now, when a stage is created, this actually gives birth to a new revenue stream inside the game. If you are a stage creator and there are users playing your game and spend money inside your stage, not to mention actually your stage becoming popular, and therefore the value of the stage itself goes higher. This creates a new revenue stream, and this also is an open platform for us to collaborate with IP holders, NFT projects, Web2, Web3. Being in Japan, this gives us also an advantage, as I think everybody knows, Japan is the haven for very famous IPs that I think a lot of us grew up on. And this opens up many possibilities for us to collaborate. And we feel that this sort of open collaboration platform inside a GameFi project is a fairly new concept. And we feel this is also something that separates us from other GameFi projects are out there. One aspect on this page, as you can see, wouldn't it be fascinating to see a stage where Hello Kitty and Bored Ape collaborate freely? This is our vision for this collaboration for the platform. The next part of the platform, so there are two aspects to the platform, one being this open collaboration aspect, the other is the character token ICO. Now, inside the game, you obviously use characters, you use avatars to play the game. We are now talking with we're already talking with various NFT projects, also the local government and IP holders about incorporating the character into the game. Now, once a character is incorporated into the game, we will create a token for that character. And once that token is created, people that own the governance token are able to buy more of the tokens in order to use that avatar. The more tokens are sold of that character, the popularity of the character goes up, raising the value not only of the character itself, but of the token. And so we have named this a small ICO platform for character tokens inside the game. The economies of which we are also able to control, because this will be strictly for governance token holders. But we also feel this is also a unique part of the game that we haven't seen elsewhere. So this is a roadmap for the character ICOs. First character pre-sale will be in Q2 of this year, Q2 to Q3 of public sales. The game itself will be public released in July of this year. So the character sales and the character token sales will be incorporated into that schedule. But these are all different elements of the game itself. This is an explanation of the gameplay / the tokenomics of the game itself. But essentially, there are three types of player, three demographics that we feel are they're three separate demographics, but we feel we are able to incorporate these three different types of player into the game. The first one being on the left, the gamer, who the gameplay obviously is mainly targeted towards the gamer, the Web2 gamer, and have this as a gateway into Web3 gaming. But the gamer, his main motivation obviously is to play the game, enjoy the game, play on a daily basis and win. This is a battle royal game. And so the gamer will play to win, and they are able to earn tokens by winning the game. The second demographic is down the middle, you have the stage owner. Now, the stage owner is also the stage creator. The stage creator is a type of demographic where people, creators who are very happy to create, to push their creative side, their artistic side, and also have the various different types of praise from the community, be able to put forward their art and have the users praise their creations. And obviously, with the popularity of their stages, and as was mentioned previously, with users spending money on their stage, they're also able to earn. This may not be their number one priority, but you know, we feel creators, artists should be rewarded for their art, and this is part of the ecosystem that enables people to do that. And lastly, you have the holder / investor who will buy governance tokens to be able to vote on these stages. There are various different voting elements, various different elements in the game, which you need governance tokens to be able to do. But the holder, the investor, will buy these governance tokens in order to earn a return on their investment through the game. I've briefly gone through our background, so I'll be fairly quick here, and I think I don't have that much time. So these are advantages that we feel we have, obviously from our experience from Japan Games. The game itself is also a very good, it's a very good platform for streamers, for VTubers, for streamers alike. They're able to play this game and have their own communities play it. They're also able to earn from it, and hence the collaboration platform that was previously mentioned. Now, finally, let me show you a few screenshots of the game itself. Afterwards, if I may just play a couple videos for everybody to see, that will give you a better idea of the game itself. So the multiplayer battle royale, I might have mentioned earlier, but it's loosely based on Fall Guys, as you might be able to see from this screen. There is also a playable stage editor, which becomes the NFT, which becomes the platform, the main platform for collaboration, and also, as mentioned, characters. These are characters that are currently in the game. This is the default avatar. These are the original characters which we have deformed to fit the game, and which we'll do with other NFT projects, with other IPs. We will get the original and make it into a character in a form that fits the game. The project itself is currently in closed beta. And closed beta just opened about a month ago. And we have a steady following of people from from various communities from our previous games. It's only been a little less than a month, but we've had good reactions of 10,000 people on Twitter. We have a few thousand on the Telegram group. We have a few thousand in Discord, if I'm not mistaken. But we have just started, so these numbers are expected to go up fairly rapidly, and it is still in closed beta. So we are gathering opinions, gathering various different suggestions, ideas for the game itself. But the development, the foundation of the development is already done, and we are looking to release in July this year. Going on, these are current supporters of the game, which we have collaborated with, for example, NFT projects, and we are preparing to put their NFTs into the game. There are a couple game guilds also here who are promoting climbers as we speak. There's other GameFi projects like Ginseng Kishi, a fairly big project here in Japan. Killer Girlfriend, a fairly big NFT project based in America. IOC is a chain that we are partnering up with. Umi's friends, who I see are also presenting today. We met them in Hong Kong, and we are talking about various different ways to collaborate on that front. Not to mention local government as well. We have made a couple of stages already with the support of local government, where players are able to go through the world of that local area in Japan as a form of promoting tourism. And we look to be doing that with other local governments throughout Japan and anywhere else in the world. Our plan for the tokenomics is, as you can see, if anybody's interested, obviously this deck, I'll very happily send it to you. I should also mention that I also would love to send anybody who's interested a link where you could try the closed beta. Please get in touch with us through ABGA. But this is a distribution plan of our tokenomics. This is also our unlock schedule. We are currently at the seed funding stage. And again, if people are interested, please do get in touch and I will go through all of this with you. Again, the founders, as you can see here, we are all in-house pretty much. This is the same team that have been making games for 20 years or so, blockchain games. We're actually a company of about 70 engineers and we have approximately 20 people on this project. And that is it for the documentation. If it's okay, I can just change my screen and show you just some video of the gameplay itself. Is that okay?
Oh, that's all. So
can I just show you a video of the game itself?
Okay.
So this is the stage creation part of the game. I'll just go this fairly briefly because I understand there is a time limit. Perhaps next. Okay, this is some of the gameplay. Okay, this is also some. This is the starting 3. And the more gameplay. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. As I said, anybody that's all interested and would like to try it, please get in touch with ABGA. I will send you a link straight away so you can get in on the closed beta and give it a go. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Climbers teams. You present us a very impressive demo. So let's welcome the next team. The next team is DIG Games. Also, we can call it Doors Infinite Guilds, founded in 2021 and based in Metromania, aims to invest and pay in today growing blockchain-based games and game operation and promotion. DIG aims to create a helpful community of top NFT players focused on helping each other grow, and DIG recently joined ABGA as a startup member. So let's welcome Billy, co-founder of DIG, to tell us more about DIG Guilds. Hi, Billy.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I will share my screen. Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can hear, I can see you screen.
Okay, good. So
Then you can start.
okay, let's start. Nice to meet you all, guys. I'm Billy. I'm from DIG Dos Infinite Games. DIG is a guild, and then now but the next step of our strategy is go to dig good games to Web3. So I will share a deck today. So wait. Okay. Yeah, in our opinion, the future is coming, but in Web3, good games not yet. There's some data we collected from by Galaxy Research and Crypto.com. Yeah, as you can see, the gaming market and the gamers worldwide, there is a big gap between Web2 and Web3. So, and the narrative in Web3 gaming is that the current games lack quality and have unstable economics. So we will do something for this. Yeah, but we believe that once the better games come out, yeah, there will be bring Web3 gaming to the to a better world. Yeah. Okay. So what will happen in the next? So the better productivity and adds to the relations of production. There will be a new revolution. Then what will happen when the blockchain and AI meets the Web3 game? What will happen? Yeah, this where we are thinking about this. Okay. Then who we are and where we will go with the IG. It's simply, generally speaking, it's just the 3P. Yeah, the first P is we play. Yeah, play to earn. It's our basic works. And the second one is promote. Yeah, we cooperate with more than 30 projects. We promote the Web3 projects. Yeah, and the third one, we will go to publish, and we will be a publisher soon. We will have our own Web3 games. Yeah, and this is Dots Infinity Guild, and DIG Games support this 3P. Okay, and the vision of DIG is we dig good games to Web3. Yeah, it's our vision, and we make good games great again. We're not just an organization, and we are a movement that believes all games will build on blockchain sooner or later, and the Web3 games will have a better future. Okay, and the DIG structure we have this games works and the guild. So as you can see that most of our friend thinks that with DIG just only a guild, but we are growing, and now we have we'll have this four structures. And so DIG Games focusing on the games and the works, and Dots Infinity Guild, DIG Guild will be the guild. Yeah. Okay, let's show you some ideas about the DIG Games. What do we focus? Yeah, with DIG Games we are focusing on finding more and more good games and more game lovers. Yeah, it's a win-win. And we have some innovate. I will make it simple, more simple. Let's show you that what we are doing now. Yeah, there's a new coming game. Yeah, it's a Web2 game before. It's Dancing on the Ice. You can see that there is a success game, a Web2 game with more than 500 million Web2 users before, and now we DIG already get this. We are doing have a new strategy for this game, and we are doing to under developing this game to Web3, and there will be a Web3 new, for example, the crypto payment NFT and the Unity token and something like that. And yeah, it means that we DIG will dig good games. Yeah, this is one of the good games. Yeah. Okay, the second part is DIG Works. Yeah, it's a toolbox yeah, not only for developers but also for the NFT holders. We wanted to speed up Web 2 to Web 3. Yeah, cost reduction and more efficiency and something like that. And we will also provide the data analyze and the relationship build. By the way, it's not DIG ourselves to do everything, but we will combine the third-party APIs and some SDKs. Yeah. Okay, let's show you the new coming work, DIG work, the Web3 game Kickstart. Yeah, we name it Kickstart. It looks like a Kickstart. It's decentralized fundraising for Web3 games. And it's on blockchain first, and then it looks like Kickstart, and there will be ongoing like a DAO vote and the build. Yeah. First of all, you can see a new game can. It looks like a launchpad. Yeah, a game can list in this platform, and he can set a target for its fundraising, and anyone can support these projects. Yeah. After they support after but all the money will keep in the contract. The developer will not receive this money at once. The money will release step by step. Yeah, and the roadmap shows that for example, if there are three steps, then the money will only released only after all the developers, all the supporters vote, and then only this and the developer will receive the money. Yeah, step by step, and all the supporters can communicate with the developers, and all the updates, not only in Twitter but also in their official website, will show the updates here, and all the supporters can communicate with the developers. Yeah. It's what we want to do is we're just bridging the trust gap between the investors and the players with the developer and the players. As you will see that there are many GameFi projects that raised so much money, but then did nothing. Yeah, DIG wants to make a new world, make bridging the trust gap with this DIG Kickstart. Yeah, that we, and this DIG Start will launch soon. Yeah, it's maybe next month we will have a big news for this. Yeah. Okay, DIG Guild. Yeah, we aim to bring we established in 2021, and we're based in Metro Manila, Philippines. And as you can see that we have more than 30,000 scholars. Yeah, the play to earn scholars. We played more than 20 GameFis, and also so many with more than 100 members. Yeah, and also we have a website that all the players can apply as a scholar, and all the assets holders can apply as a manager. Yeah, it's like a match platform that all the scholars will get their accounts to play, and all the managers can rent their NFT assets. Yeah, it's a platform. Yeah. Okay, keep building in the DIG Guild. We play to earn more than 20 games, and we partnership with more than 30 GameFi projects. Yeah, so many AMAs and so many community events. And yeah, we have more than 10 streamers and influencers with 5K to 5 million followers, subscribers, and they are streaming in not only Facebook but Twitch, YouTube. Yeah, and all their friends covered or all their popular social medias. And we also have the UGC, and now we will have some AIGC content outputs. Yeah. Okay, there's some Facebook. Okay. I will show this. Yeah. Okay. And this is our DIG, the NFT and the token. So, okay. Yeah, we have. There's no specific data that we release our NFT or token. Yeah, we are now most focusing on the game launching and the play to game. Yeah. Again, just it shows that the profit model of DIG. It is very simple. Yeah. For DIG games, it's like the Web2 games business model. Yeah, CPS, CPM, CPA. Yeah. For DIG Guild, it's X2N. Yeah, play to own, play for fun. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And the DIG works. Yeah, it works like a SaaS. Yeah. Okay, this is a growth flywheel. Yeah. Good games launched and more good games and the more revenue. Yeah. Okay, our advantages. We keep digging in Web3. We're based in Southeast Asia and Hong Kong. So we know Chinese developers and we know the Southeast players and even other English. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And the second one is we worked with more than 30 Web3 partnerships. So we know their business. Yeah. Not only the GameFi tokenizations and tokenomics. Yeah. But also the Web2 games. Yeah. Okay. And we have more than 2 million subscribers and a connection with more than 100 communities. Yeah, that's our advantages. And the team, this team, we have 2 teams. The one team is DI Games and they works in Hong Kong. All of them are, we have actually all of the team are close friends before, and we play games together maybe more than nearly 1,000 hours together. Yeah, we all of us are the game lover. Yeah. And the Guild in Metro Manila, the team, they works like YGG in Metro Manila. Yeah, we have a game manager, the business manager. Yeah, all of them are Filipino. We are a local guild in Philippines. Yeah, this is our advisors. Yeah, Jonathan from off chain. Yeah, and Robert from Polygon, and some founder for Larian Game, and the co-founder of IBF Capital. This page shows us that our investors and partners. And the first game of DRG we are launching in Polygon first, and we feel work with Particle Network to. And more than altogether, more than 30 official partners. Not only GameFi but also SocialFi, DeFi, Tech, and the community. Okay, the roadmap of the coming 6 months. And as you see, the DI works. This is the big start, the centralized, the kickstart look we will launch soon. And the first batch game will publish. And maybe the first batch of our DIG NFT will publish. Okay, thank you everyone. This is our social media link, and you can also visit our website tosinfinity.com. Okay, that's all. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Billy, and thank you, DIG teams. Yes.
Okay.
And next, let's welcome the Yumi Friends. Let me introduce Yumi Friends briefly. Yumi Friends is a relaxing and title matching GameFi project. This game seeks to provide a simple way for Web2 users to enter the Web3 world conveniently. Players can collect their personal Yumi, which is NFTs, and participate in different game models and win various rewards. And the speaker today is Mike, CTO of Yumi's Friends. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, clear and loud.
Perfect.
You can share your screen.
Sure. Thank you for inviting us. Let me just share my screen. Okay. Thank you for the introduction. Let me just go ahead and introduce us a little bit more. So Umi's Friends, as you said, is a top-down tile matching video game that targets crypto enthusiasts excited about using the latest technologies and earning a passive income through the blockchain, and also ordinary Web2 users who are very new to Web3 space and GameFi, and we're trying to onboard them as much as possible. That is our ultimate goal: make Web3 a mainstream space and bridge the gap between Web2 and Web3 through onboarding as many new users into this space as possible. This game is brought to you by a diverse and experienced team whose works have been featured before on different platforms, and we hope that our ultimate goal, which is bridging this gap, is realized pretty soon. Umi's Friends, of course, incorporates NFTs and cryptocurrency into every aspect of the game. By holding an Umi NFT, you gain many benefits, including the ability to qualify for referral net rewards, and we will centrally record behaviors and achievements through these NFTs. And each of these unique NFTs will have distinctive traits and different attributes, which will be, of course, randomly assigned during minting.
Where is his under the comes the nipple? Under my nipple? Or he only eat my nipple? Or something this helpful?
I think someone's microphone is not muted.
Hey, asking no?
Oh, is someone talking?
Okay, I think it's on. So talking a little bit about the Web3 technology and GameFi, as you know, in the recent years, especially, GameFi has emerged as a new and exciting area of blockchain technology. It combines the principles of DeFi with gaming to create a unique ecosystem where players can earn tokens and other rewards through gameplay. The success of GameFi, as we know, lies in its ability to provide a fun and engaging way for users to participate in the DeFi space while also promoting the adoption of blockchain technology. The potential for growth in GameFi is immense. We're only at the beginning of it, and as more developers and gamers discover the benefits of this new field, it's only gonna grow from this point on. We can expect to see a surge in new games and platforms that leverage GameFi principles. And according to a paper published in 2022, the global GameFi market size was valued at 9 billion in 2021 and is expected to expand by 27% during the forecast period, reaching 38 trillion by 2027. So we're only at the beginning of this space. Umi's Friends, what we're trying to do here is provide a very easy to play and addictive game to our players. We designed the game with an emphasis on integrating Web3 into every aspect of its gameplay. It is very easy to learn because of its simplicity. And no matter your age or whether you're not a gamer, you will be able to have this app, have this game on your phone, and play it anywhere for a fun and stress-free gaming experience. GameFi 2.0, which is 2.0, which is now replacing the previous version of GameFi, aims to prioritize the gaming experience over monetary rewards and focuses on creating a gaming-first approach, while of course also removing entry barriers to allow more players to experience the game. This new concept is gaining popularity as more players become interested in the play and earn mechanics. And the goal is to create a sustainable game economies that prioritize the gaming experience while still allowing players to earn cryptocurrency rewards. So to achieve this goal, game developers, of course, will need to design games that are fun and engaging, with the play to earn aspect integrated into the game mechanics in a way that feels natural and rewarding. Umi's Friends so far has successfully accomplished this by creating a vibrant and engaging gaming concept that can support and grow the game over time. So I'd say GameFi 2.0 is a promising new approach to the GameFi concept because it prioritizes the gaming experience and creates sustainable game economies at the same time. So Umi's Friends, one of its biggest advantages is familiarity. What sets our game apart from other games is its unique and familiar tile matching gameplay that is both easy to learn and of course difficult to master. We've seen this in the Web2 space with other games. GameFi needs to offer fun and engaging games that keep players coming back for more. These type of games are successful because they provide a sense of enjoyment and satisfaction, and they offer players a challenge that they can overcome through a skill and a strategy. When games are fun and engaging, players are more likely to keep playing and invest time and money into the game, which of course also helps to sustain the GameFi ecosystem. I'm going to talk a little bit about our tokenomics. So we implemented the dual token economy. We have the IMG token, which can be used to upgrade your NFT level and also enable challenge mode, where you can win a share of IMG tokens from a prize pool after completing some challenges. I'll get to the numbers in the upcoming slides. This is our in-app token. And then we have the governance token, which is UNT, which can be obtained by completing a daily quest while holding a level 40 UMI NFT, and also can of course be purchased on exchanges once it's listed. About our token deflation model, basically users and investors value deflationary token mechanism for price appreciation in various assets, a dynamic seen in tangible and Web3 economies. Umi's Friends views ecosystem as complex constructs with numerous branches, reflecting complexity science. GameFi economies have multiple elements, but lack a natural origin. As human-designed GameFi dApps, their economic systems can be tailored to follow natural economic cycles for longevity and progress. This concept, which is called wave deflation, is integrated into our smart contracts as an industry first, and we're using it to prevent a death spiral of our token, which we have seen many GameFi projects face in the past. The amount of tokens earned from the gate depends entirely on how much time is put into it. Upgrading characters, buying NFTs, and getting tickets to tournaments means that you will receive more of a return on your time. As I said, it's totally up to you how much time you spend on this game. That was the goal when we designed it. So it's something to go to on a daily basis for a short period of time, just to relax your mind and have fun, while also, of course, earning tokens, which is a big part of the Web3 economy. Since Umi's Friends is a simple tile matching game, it isn't difficult to understand the game mechanics, as I said, about the familiarity of it. It has a very familiar concepts similar to games like Candy Crush that we have experienced on Web2. Players do not need to put a lot of time refining the skills of the game, and the addictive and social attributes of the game will increase the average revenue per user. So in terms of NFT upgrading and reward output, each UMI NFT has 4 attribute values, which are love, hope, patience, and faith. These respectively affect different outputs, which are UNT output efficiency, in-game item reward rate, UMI gas value, and of course determining the IMG output efficiency. Improving UMI's attribute values will significantly increase the output returns the following will introduce various methods to improve UMI's attribute value. So in terms of quality, UMI NFTs can be divided into 4, which are white, blue, purple, and orange. And these qualities determine different initial total attribute values, with higher quality having higher initial attribute values. And of course, the higher the quality, the more likely you are to obtain colored slots. We also have, let me just go to the next page. We also have the chip enhancement rule, which is UMI NFTs unlock chip slots at level 10, 20, 30, and 40, totaling 4 slots with random colors. Matching chip and slot colors greatly boost UMI's attributes. So higher rarity UMIs have increased chances of obtaining colored slot, which can, of course, accommodate chips of any colors. So there are 2 ways to obtain a chip. There's a chance to obtain it from the UMI capsule on the official website, umistrends.com. And also there's a chance to obtain it in the game's challenge mode. For upgrading, every time an UMI NFT levels up, there will be a chance to obtain attribute points that can be allocated. Players can freely distribute the points to any of the 4 attributes, which I named are love, hope, patience, and faith. Regular ladder matches, which is another game mode of ours, is about, like, as long as players participate in the ladder matches, they can obtain seasonal attribute rewards based on their global ranking in the ladder matches. The higher the ranking, again, the higher the seasonal attribute rewards will be. So these are the numbers that I wanted to talk about. Let's have an overview of gameplay mechanics. So basically, to level up in UMI's Friends, you will be needing to invest UNT tokens or IMG tokens. Up until the 9th level, there is no UNT token needed, which is our governance token and can be purchased once it's listed. But the IMG token is the in-app token that you can earn on a daily basis by playing the game. Once the threshold reaches the 10th level, you'll be needing the UNT tokens to level up in the games, which you can see the numbers on the screen. We'll have this pitch available for detailed inspection later on. I'm just going through them so that you understand the basic numbers. And then the number of tokens produced daily by UMI is greatly influenced by its attribute value. Increasing the attribute value of UMI will significantly increase the output revenue. So basically, in total, you will be needing 3,075 UNT tokens and 9,400 IMG tokens in order to up your level to the 40th level. Again, it highly depends on your skills if you want to play it on a regular basis. That's the challenge that we've introduced into the game. And that's what keeps the game and the token valuable, because it incentivizes people to purchase tokens in order to pass through certain levels which they may be stuck on. And of course, by purchasing the amount shown here, the total amount, you can easily skip to level 40 if you wanted to. The output mechanism, again, by playing, is that you get IMG tokens on a daily basis. Level 1 is 2.5 up to level 40, which is 37.5 IMG tokens on a daily basis. I'm going to quickly talk about an example case here. So the IMG output estimate is an average reference with specific values influenced by various UMI attributes. UNT output is also affected by factors like NFT quality, upgrade points, chip quality, and ladder ranking rewards, which makes it a variable also. Different combination examples help players grasp UNT output intuitively. Each UMI NFT has 4 random attributes, as I said. So those are the ones that are going to have an effect on your output. As my closing statements, I would like to mentioned that the success of centralized and non-rewarding games implies the greater potential of applications that provide the same experience with more benefits, namely the Web3 and GameFi applications. How these benefits are conveyed and manifested, however, alongside the execution of the game itself, should be the focal point of all GameFi projects, and we have considered that to a great amount. Few such projects understand how players perceive blockchain and non-blockchain based games alike, and instead rely on the sound fundamentals of GameFi and hope that their target audience grasps these ideas from the very start. However, that is the very end goal of the industry as a whole, which requires an appealing, rewarding, sustainable, and intuitive process that leads the players to those inevitable and resounding thoughts. Basically, for someone that is transitioning from Web 2 to Web 3, there have been a lot of obstacles so far. What Umi is trying to do is simplify the process as much as possible, remove those barriers, and provide an experience that is super familiar to those who are very new to this space. Like this game that we are developing, we have seen a very huge popularity among female players, which are, you know, do not make the majority in the cryptocurrency or Web3 space, and we're trying to onboard as many female users as possible. We want to make this an inclusive space for a lot of people, both professional players and of course ordinary users who are just looking for a fun game to play. In the future, we will organize a lot of events and of course collaborate with lots of exchanges, including a certain well-known exchange, which we are in talks with. We hope that everyone in the community will watch out for the news and participate once we announce them. Right now, the alpha version is out on Android, but the full version of the game will soon be released on both Android and iOS devices. And the light demo has been out for a while now on our website. We were able to attract more than 35,000 active players just on our light demo. So we've received great response so far. Here are our social media pages. Please give us a follow and stay tuned for the upcoming news and announcements. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for the exciting presentation. And after Umi's friends, half of our startup showcase has passed. If you want to connect with the team and talk about more details, please contact our colleagues from ABGA or scan code on my background for help and connections, or just click the link I shared in our group. I shared in the message boxes, which is collection link. So you can click it. And next, let's welcome Mendex AI. Let me introduce Mendex AI briefly. Mendex is a Web3 gaming infrastructure with AI game creation features. With an AI-powered gaming platform, Mendex can create a fast gaming and user-generated content infrastructures for games in real time within the Web3 ecosystem. And Walking Capizoli, Mendex founders, will be our speaker today. Hi, Walking. Are you here?
Hi, hello. How's everybody today?
Great.
Nice. Then I'll just go ahead. First of all, good afternoon, everyone. For me, it is a truly honor for me to be here today representing Mendex and being part of this dynamic community of entrepreneurs, investors, and innovators. I would like first to take a moment to express my gratitude and admiration for the outstanding job you have done organizing this event and also the event that I went in Hong Kong. For me, I had the pleasure to be one of the ones attending your recent BC meetup in Hong Kong. And I must say it was an incredible experience. So I met so many talented individuals who are driving the growth of the startup ecosystem and Web3 that I felt actually very inspired. Now, before going through Mendex, I would like to also add that Mendex is a Web3 gaming infrastructure with AI social game creation features built on top of Arbitrum. Now, let's go ahead and let me start sharing my screen and introduce the whole Mendax.
You can go ahead now.
Yeah, give me a second. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Perfect. So what are we building in Mendax? In Mendax, we have our core feature that is allow users to have a better gaming experience for you and your friends with AI, right? We want to allow users to create, share, and enjoy 3D immersive experiences. So we would say we're the destination for social gaming and Web3 innovation. Now, I'm going to talk about a bit what is the problem that we have seen by giving or grabbing some feedback from the market. Later, what is our target market that we're focusing on right now, the solution that we're bringing to the table, the business model that we have, the marketing strategy that we're going to, or we're using already when we're going to the market, the competition that we have on a table, the SWOT analysis that we have been creating to know what can help us or what can actually harm us, the Mendax Studio, one of the main features inside of Mendax, the software as a service. Later, I'll introduce the core team, the advisors that we have currently, the dual token economy that we have in Mendax, the deflationary token that we have, or in this case, we call it shooting for the long term, the customer segmentation that we have right now, and the customer acquisition that is based on our data that we have, the user experience, how are we using so far our proceeds, and the high level milestones. So let's go ahead and check what is the problem that we have been facing when we're creating games inside of Web3. So we have seen there's a struggle. There's a struggle to create 3D games for people that they don't have any knowledge or access to a game studio. Even more, it's really tough to develop a 3D blockchain game because typically it involves different variables that people don't really understand. Number one, we would say the technical skills. It's difficult to learn different programming languages, game engines, or 3D modeling software. The barrier of entry, usually in Web3, is kind of tough for people that they don't really know. So people would rather not enter into Web3 rather than study and just get inside of it, right? So also the art and the design, so many people, they would rather just create an easy game or a 2D game before going to the 3D game because they believe they have on their mindset that it's more expensive to create a 3D game. Well, it was until not a long time ago, because now what we can do is create 3D games just by using prompts. It's not 100% done yet, but I'm sure we will see this year to happen. Also, so many people, they don't really know how to use or how to work with other people. We call it project management. It's tough sometimes to manage a game project or even tasks. The game design as well, when you're crafting or engaging in a gameplay mechanics or the story, many people, they will just not focus on the feedback from other users and they'll just do their own thing. And that's also a very big mistake. Another thing that we might think is the financial constraints. We have had different game studios to tell us that sometimes they spend so much time to try to have a game out of the market, but later when they actually have the game ready, people, they don't want it anymore. So in this type of scenario, you need to be quick and you need to know who is your target customer and to have the game ready as soon as possible. So now let's check the target market. Here is a graph focusing on gamers aged 12 to 35 years old, and we can check that this is a prediction for till 2026 of the global video games revenue. This is by segment. We're checking only global social gaming because that's what we're actually focused on. And we're seeing that by 2026, we will see that the US dollars is going to be $250 billion revenue. Actually, later on the other one, we have the monthly visits in streaming platforms. We can see that right now, when a game becomes famous or becomes successful, is because it has been shared earlier from other KOLs or influencers that they're streaming online with other people. That's why I will explain later what is our main feature inside of Mendax, and one of them is the marketing, because we're having a lot of KOLs right now that we're signing with them, so that when we have games that are built by people or companies inside of it, is going to be very useful to have these KOLs to share it and stream it online. Now, what is the solution? With our AI software, we're creating games efficiently without prior coding experience. This helps, as I mentioned earlier, not only game studios and companies, but also people that they didn't have the assets, or they really couldn't create anything before. So what are we doing in Mendux is we're having different traits. Number one, we're simplifying the technical aspects. So Mendux AI can generate code, provide suggestions, automate certain aspects of development. We're having a very user-friendly and easy Web3 implementation technology. We're providing all the infrastructure for users and companies to build on top of the blockchain with your AI integration to blockchain development. We're assisting in art and design. So far, what we're doing is when there's a company that they want to come and build on Mendux, we are grabbing people from our own team, and we are giving them one person so that they can learn or they can know how to build on top of Mendux. We're assisting them in art and design, and we're streamlining the project management. We're helping them to organize their tasks or how to set milestones, making the process more effective. We're enhancing in terms of the game design, since we're offering suggestions on gameplay, mechanics, narrative, and level design. Also, we're reducing costs. Usually, when you're creating a 3D game, there's a lot of money put onto the table at the beginning, and you never know if that game is going to be successful or not. So by having something that it doesn't really take you a lot of time and money for you, you can test way more games at the same time, and you can reduce cost and be more efficient. So this is our business model. So far, we have the features that I just mentioned, which is the studio, the SaaS. We're having a marketplace where you can actually change fiat currency into our own on-chain token that I'll explain later on. And we have the DEX. Every time that there's somebody creating games inside of Mendux, we're going to take a percentage of it. And also when there's people joining the game that somebody has done before, we're going to split the earnings between the creator and Mendux. We have a part of advertisement in which there's Web2 companies that usually they want to come into Web3 and they want to advertise their own assets, for example. So we have a really niche market focus, and we offer also differentiation to them. So far, we have different partnerships. I'll explain them later on. But the other day, for example, we did Twitter Spaces with Digentunes, one very, very big ERC20 NFT collection that they're looking forward to do their own game and give more value to their own holders. So they were thinking of Mendux to build a mini game, and we're going to help them to do so. Also, with the subscription that we have, people can actually come to Mendux and just use our SaaS with a subscription fee. The development that we're doing right now is in-game purchases and integrations, and the very big part is the marketing side. Now, what is the marketing that we're doing? Me, myself, as I mentioned earlier, I'm Joaquin. I'm from Barcelona, actually, right now living in Shanghai. But the main thing is that the Spanish-speaking community is very heavily focused into Twitch or streaming, following actually different KOLs that they like to stream. So what we're doing lately, we're focusing a lot into sharing this content of Mendux or the games that we're doing with a lot of influencers that they want to try out our games. So what we're doing to them is we're offering them a beta, closed beta, so that they can try the game at the beginning and they can bring as many users as possible, because we believe that that's the main thing to bring longevity inside of the project. We believe that by grabbing all these people that they're more focused into Web2, and that when they check Mendux and they like what they see and they stay, that those are the ones that they're not going to be focused on how the market is doing. If the market is bad, then they'll just probably dump the token, or they won't buy anything, right? All these people that they grab your attention since the beginning and they stay not because of the money are the ones that are going to help you to create a nice user base. So let's take a look at Mendux compared with other projects. Here, I know we're targeting high. For example, Roblox, they have a daily active user base of around 60 million people. But what we know is that they don't have Web3 integration so far. They don't have a metaverse. They don't have NFT support. They're not building games with AI so far. Maybe at the end of the year, we will see it. And what Mendux has is something that so far has been unique. Why? Because we cannot compare even to Sandbox, for example. Sandbox doesn't even use, or they don't even want to build games using AI so far. So what we're seeing is something that Mendux can be distinguished itself. Also because we have an asset marketplace where people can basically come, and if they don't know what to create, they can just buy assets from other people that they have been creating and just put it inside of their game. So what are our strengths? Mainly, we have a unique value proposition focused inside of the AI technology and also leveraging the Web3 ecosystem. We have support from influencers and agencies. I'll give an example of a few of them. We have a strong team with experience in gaming and AI. As a matter of fact, one of our team members, his name is David, and before entering Mendax, he had already built 1 year ago. He was building one platform called Growbot. I can actually give you access, guys, if you want to, which is a trading platform that uses AI to know what are the best coins that are with a low market cap, and when the market cap gets activated or people start buying it, it will just do a random buy, and when it gets money and it starts making revenue, we'll just sell it. So we have a strong team. We have potential for multiple revenue streams, such as advertising, as I mentioned, in-game purchases, and NFT sales. What is something that we're aware of are our weaknesses and threats. We know that the lack of visibility and brand recognition from people, let's say in Web 2, that they might see us as a Web3 project is high. And we also know that the small size that we have compared to established gaming platform is also big. We also don't want to have dependence only on the Web3 technology, because we know that this year there's going to be a huge change and there's going to be a mass adoption, not only in AI, but also in Web3. That's what we're expecting. And there's potential challenges, for example, in securing and scaling the platform infrastructure. In terms of threats, we know that there's competition and there's going to be coming competition. That's why we're always growing. We're always building. Uncertainty, that's huge. That's a heavy thing. When Web3 just started, we didn't even know there's going to be such heavy regulators, but AI, we have seen Italy, for example, that they banned OpenAI. They are banning a lot of AI similar tools. So we don't really know how AI can influence this. That's why that's a huge threat for us. The dependence that we have on the reliability and scalability of Web3 technologies, and the economic downturns and changes that we have in consumer preferences. Now, on the opportunity side, I would say that the growth is in the social gaming and the Web3 market. I haven't said it, but we have actually talked with Douyin and also Meta, not them directly, but we all know that Meta bought Oculus, right? Oculus is the VR headset that we know, and also TikTok or Douyin, they bought Pico. Pico was one of the main VR headsets that they sold here in China as well. And what we have been doing with them is that if we're building any type of game, 3D game, could we actually also offer it to people using VR headsets? And after a few meetings, we actually saw that it's very, very possible to do so. So that's why by expanding into new markets, VR, AR, or even AI, that's going to be something very heavy for Mendax. Also, we have opportunities to form partnerships and collaborations. As I just mentioned, we have NFT projects very willing to create their own game just by adding some utility to their NFT collectors or holders. That's something very, very huge. We have the potential as well to monetize UGC content and game development. Those are for the SWOT. Now, let's go and show a bit about the studio. So what is the studio actually? Here is where you can actually monetize by creating games on top of Mendax. We have a payment done in an in-game token that can be later exchanged into fiat. We have an AI integration. We have an intuitive and user-friendly experience for an easy build on the game. And you can create accessories, as I mentioned earlier, that can be later sold on the marketplace. Accessories, or even you can sell assets for the games that you can actually buy or sell later on the marketplace. Now, you can earn MC, which is our on-chain token, by selling games access and enhancements to users, selling content and tools, offering engagement-based payouts, or selling items. Now, what is the SaaS? This part is the one that we've been building lately because of how many people, or in this case, studios, are interested in it. So this is a comprehensive game development solution for different industries. We have an AI-powered tools and drag-and-drop interfaces for faster development. We want to make it as user-friendly as possible. We have a seamless integration with popular game engines like Unity and Unreal Engine, even though in one of our main roadmaps, we have that we want to build our own game engine, but just for the sake of the software technology that we have so far, we just cannot. We're just growing slowly. We have a valuable educational resource for game design and development courses. And we're enabling the creation of engaging, interactive content for advertising, marketing, etc. So what do we offer with our software as a service? is scalability, cost effectiveness, regular updates, and accessibility for everybody. Now, let's talk a bit about the core team. I'm Joaquin, the CEO and the co-founder. I founded the digital bank based in Switzerland in 2020 called AVEM. I graduated from the University Autonomous of Barcelona, even though I came actually to Tertiantashi as well, and have special mention there. Me, myself, I was helping different, I don't know if you will know them, but different KOLs in Spain, one of them called Reven, that we were doing marketing strategy for different brands. We also started with Joangel, our current CTO, an NFT marketplace called rarehunter.io. And here in Shanghai, there's a company called Serens. I was actually one of their main advisors for the AI technology that they were developing in cars. We have Calvin as well, met him in Zhejiang University. 10 years of experience in blockchain. He's based in Seoul. He's Game Hub Seoul founder. He also has special mention in Forbes China, and he was part of the Alibaba operations team. Last but not least, we have Joangel and Juliana. Joangel, he's our CTO. He built an NFT marketplace that supports different cryptocurrencies, Rare Hunter, and he has 8 years of experience in blockchain and software development. He's been an AI builder and UI UX design. Last but not least, we have Juliana. She's our CMO. She has 5 years of experience as an NFT creator. She's a Mendex PR professional, creative director, and world-known artist. You can just check her Instagram. She has sold different collections to a lot of famous people. She has even met a lot of, not even singers, but she was targeted on Forbes 30 under 30, met people as well in Miami, painted more than 50 countries, and as I mentioned, special mention in Forbes, and Berkeley Young Talent of the Year. In terms of advisors, we have here at the right side, Ivan Lutra, one of the main crypto gurus that we might see on Twitter. And he has been helping us a lot, actually publishing articles on Cointelegraph, for example. He also publishes on Forbes and Binance, Forbes 30 under 30, invested in more than 500 projects already, advised more than 50. We have Jorge as well, digital marketing professional, achieving for TikTok 0.05 cost per installation and 0.2 using Instagram Reels. Yasser, he is the manager of 50 influencers that have around 20 million followers combined in Spain, and they have more than 100 million reach in social media. Last, we have Sean. He's the founder of One Power, investor and accelerator, based also in Hangzhou. Invested very early stage in Polkadot and Kusama, so they know what they're doing. Now let's talk about the dual token economy. Mendex Credits is an on-chain token that can be used to purchase items, as I mentioned earlier, in the marketplace, such as avatar accessories, game upgrades, and other in-game items. Every time you want to create a game, you're going to be needing to use Mendex Credits in terms of creating a better game. So if you have an amazing game that has been created since the beginning, maybe you're going to be needing to use more Mendex coins in order to make the game better and better. And I will share it with you very soon when we check the demo. So Mendex coins are used to purchase access to exclusive games, or even purchase NFTs within the Mendex marketplace. By NFTs, I mean accessories as well. You can change the avatar. The NFT that we're selling is actually the avatar that you're having inside of the games, and later you can just change the accessories. Now, MC can be traded also on cryptocurrency exchange, and MC and MP, Mendex points, are used together to access special perks and rewards. Now, as I mentioned, we're shooting for the long term. If we want to avoid volatility, we have a burn mechanism, staking to do. The staking means that users can lock their MC for a certain period of time in exchange for a reward, buyback, and from all this buyback. What we're doing is every time that we're grabbing people from Web 2 and we're trying to convert them into Web 3, we're going to use that fiat token currency in order to buy back our own token. We're limiting the supply to 10 billion. Our Mendex coins are a utility token, and we're diversifying a lot of different revenue streams. Now, if you want to change between tokens, you can do it in platform exchange, MC to MP, for example. Also, we have an automated conversion. Mendex set up an automatic conversion system where users can choose to automatically convert a certain percentage of their MC or MP into their other token at a set exchange rate. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what are the customers or the insights that we have seen lately into our customers that we have. Sorry?
Yes, sorry for the interruption. Our time is 15 minutes. So if you have more want to share, please quickly for the presentation.
Okay, sure. Then I'll just go ahead and share with you what we have been building so you can see what is it. Can you hear it? 可以听到吗?
No, I can't hear.
No? Okay, then I'll explain it to you. What we're doing in Mendax, as I mentioned, is we have the app already. The app is in closed beta. I will share it if anybody else wants to try it out. Inside of the app, you can just change your avatar, and these are the 3D games that have been created by AI. I have to mention as well that it's not 100% done by AI, but it's one of our main core to do so very soon in the near future. So here's what you can do. You can just grab your own assets that you have been created and convert them into 3D. How does it work? Well, you're going to see it now. You basically log in with your own account. Let me put it bigger here. You log in with your own account. You come here. These are the games that are being created by people right now as we speak. And what you can do is you just press one. This is the website. You just put here the game that you want to create, the number of players, the categories that the game is going to be on. Our AI is going to understand what game you're wanting to create. It's going to give you a little concept of the game, and it's going to create the coding. Later, what you can do is you can directly write down anything that you want to create in 2D. Our AI is going to detect it. You're going to have it here done inside of our website. Later, you go to the app, and on the app, you can convert those 2D assets into 3D, and you can animate them in order to convert them later into an asset inside of the game. So this is how it will look inside of the game. These are different NFTs as well that you can convert them into an avatar inside of the game. And this is how it works. This is how people can create games by themselves inside of the app. You're generating the animations, the 3D assets. The build is ready. You can sit and basically play. As I mentioned, we're in closed beta. Right now, going to release this SaaS for different companies by the end of next month. Here you can invite your friends or just let them know that this game has been created by you. They can play around. This is number one. And just give me one more minute. I'm going to share with you how it works inside of our studio. This has been the games that we have been created so far, but just for the sake of it, I'll go very, very quickly. We can just put, for example, AI generate, and the AI is going to give us a rough idea of what games are being created right now, or they are useful. So just press here, AI generate. The AI is going to give us a rough idea. It's going to start creating the coding of the game. And after we have the main concept, we're going directly with the assets. Usually it takes 10 to 15 seconds, maybe, depends. If there's any question, actually, I can answer it now. Okay, so you see, in this case, they created something called spatial bovinity, and it gives you a small description. How does it work? Number of players, in this case, 1, categories, shooter, RPG, strategy. Let's say we want this game, we'll just go ahead, create and continue. And after that, we'll just put AI generate or just create any asset that we want, like, I don't know, red, pirate, whatever. And we're just going to create these 2D assets, go back to the app and have them on. Every time you create anything, they're going to be saved under your own account. Later, you can sell them to other customers, let's say, or do whatever you want. Well, that's everything then. Thank you so much for your time again. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thanks.
Yes, thank you, Mendax AI, and thank you, John Quinn. And I see that in our message box, someone have questions for your project. You can have your answer on the message box. So because of the time constraint, we have to move to the next one. And the next thing as planned will be ERM Labs. ERM Labs is a pioneer to reshape the future or escape rooms 3.0 digitalized every IRL escape rooms experience as an IP and capitalized on multiverse. Let's welcome today's speakers from Labs. Winwu, the founders of Labs. Hello, Winwu.
Hi, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, clear and loud.
Okay, awesome. Really appreciate it having me on board here, and I'm just gonna go jump right ahead and start presenting. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, awesome. Gonna have to go back to the control mode. Okay, so hi everyone, my name is Wayne and I'm the founder of Labs. So today I'll be introducing you guys a very interesting project that is overlaying between Web3 application and IP focused projects. So before we begin, I wanted to quickly show you guys our introductory video. I don't think there's sound, but yeah.
Sorry, we can't hear your voice.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's just the video, it's okay. But can you guys see the video before?
No video.
Oh, can you guys see the screen?
Yes, I can see the PT, but no video.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay, well, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. So now let's explain what exactly ERMs do. So our project mission is to transform the future of escape room industry with the recognition of IP ownership by building on-chain offline to online metaverse. So we're plugging in a lot of offline element and building it online. Currently, we own over 650 IPs contributed by our top 10 global escape room partners, including Escape, Breakout, Escapology, and they are massive franchises based in North America, Europe, and Asia. So they all of together, I think they own 650 offline stores. And that actually is the reason making us the largest escape room IP owner in the metaverse. So with our upcoming 12 months plan, we are deploying our disruptive strategy to acquire 9 million accumulated users and 15,000 corporate clients, generating over 46 million from 3 different revenue. That is including equity, Web2, and Web3. With our partner network, we're very confident that we will be publishing 1 week, 1 game. A lot of people say that, hey, that's actually really ambitious, but it's because we're partnering with a lot of publishers and a lot of studios at the same time to build out our IP. So we're aiming in the next 24 months, we are launching 100 and more gameplay. And it's because we're actively expanding our IPs on several different metaverse platforms, including the Sandbox, Metaverse, Decentraland, Roblox, and we're actually negotiating 5 different metaverse in our pipeline. But predominantly, we're focusing on onboarding metaverse right now with Unreal Engine 5 because we have a lot of metaverse that is already using Unity and Unity 3D engine. So exciting news coming on board. Our partnership announcement with the Sandbox will be scheduled to publish in the next 2 weeks. Okay, so how does actually the whole story begin? So I was heavily involved in the escape room industry since 2017. And I actually do see a lot of problem, not only in the escape room industry, but the brick and mortar industry. So specifically put a focal lens on the escape room is, as you guys can see on the left-hand side here, the traditional business model do require a lot of heavy upfront payment to set up the front store. A very low customer lifetime value, just simply because the player not going to come back for the second time. Because you might have experienced it with your friend, you're just not going to experience the same time unless you're playing a different escape room, like a different genre. And the other key problem that we have discovered is the lack of innovation on technology and in infrastructure layer. So they very heavily rely on, VR headset, AI, playing it outdoor using AI, point to object, but it's still very geographically bound by where your location is. And it's because of that, there is actually no recognition and IP right to the game developers, because the game developers and creator actually just develop the game and sell it to the franchisor. So they do not own any piece of work that they design. So let's say the last problem that I mentioned is geographic limitation, right? So for example, if you're in China right now, you're simply not going to fly to Thailand, even though you know that they have the most thrilling escape room experiences. And I was actually doing an AMA yesterday with a professional escape room player. He has played over 100 games, and it was fantastic. He was a CMO of Yeehaw Games. His name is Grant, and I was having such a good conversation with him yesterday with our AMA. So in mid-2022, we saw that a perfect breakthrough that we can transform this particular industry with the power of Web3 and Metaverse. And I'm going to walk you guys through what are the strategies that we have. Okay, so with our global vision, we are creating an upward funnel. So what that means is that we are starting from a very, very niche market, and then we're building it outward. Converting the Web2 players. So as you guys see in the middle, converting the Web2 players from the entertainment industry within the entertainment industry, focusing on the escape room. We are trying to break through that particular barrier into using the blockchain and NFT technology. So, and then the next layer we're looking into is breaking out into the massive gaming and metaverse industry. And obviously everyone here is a gaming and metaverse partner expert. So I'm not gonna, throw you guys some number, but I do want to stress out, because I don't think anyone actually know that, is the total addressable market has an annual record of $2.8 billion market in the escape room itself, like the market itself. And we have over 100 million first-time player and repeat paying customers. Okay, who would have actually guessed that the escape room industry has such a huge potential? So we do believe truly to achieve a mainstream adoption, a hybrid business model is more effective in a way. So we call it like 2.5 or like centralized and decentralized, but we just call it like Metaverse or like Web 2.5, right? So it is designed not only maximizing the benefit of customer onboarding journey, but it also ensure the legal regulatory compliances between the Web2 and Web3 space. So the traditional business model focus on the left-hand side, as you guys can see here, is the O2O integration, which is offline versus online. And then we have the exclusive IP licensing and IP experimental pop-up store. While on the right-hand side, we focus on a decentralized business model, because number one is the UGC element, the economic behind of user-generated content. We have decentralized IP and ownership. And lastly, utilizing decentralized infrastructure to be able to support that particular decentralized element. So the whole implementation of this key disruptive strategy are designed to accelerate the Web2 users, the general public, into the Web3 ecosystem. So let's give you guys an example. Okay, so this is actually a real case study that we're working on right now. So one of our escape room partners, they're based in LA. They have a theme room of Atlantis, and they are currently generating 7,500 monthly revenue. Okay, so that is a Web2, your real life escape room game. The big question is, how do we create more value on top of the existing business and providing more value for their users? So we have 3 different stages of services providing for them. So number one, development stage, focus on digitalizing the game IP and publishing online, creating game content like video game content and assets. Second stage, we're looking at the launch stage, which is an O2O integration and user and our publisher launch pad. So we're going to help them to actually launch this particular video game. The first stage is the live operation, which is so-called your go-to-market strategy, right? So we have competition, e-sport, local and global community. I'll probably play the video real quick. So this is actually a video that we have developed on the sandbox. So as you guys can see, because it's Atlantis theme, a lot of the architecture design and everything is replicating exactly how the escape room look like. And then the next one. So what's interesting about our project is where the fund has no restriction, no limitation. So we're not only building on the sandbox. A lot of people say that, hey, you guys are sandbox gameplay because they give you funding. But no, we're actually a big believer on multiverse. Sorry, what was
Sorry
it?
for the interruptions.
Yep.
Because I see your slides only in the third pictures. Is that okay?
Can you guys see the new slide?
Yes, I can see now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think there's a delay. I have like really bad internet. Anyway, so sorry, with this slides that I wanted to focus on, we're not only a sandbox gameplay, because right now we're building on a sandbox, we're also parallelly building on a lot of different metaphors. So for example, we have the sandbox here, which is delivering a puzzle gameplay. And then we're building the same thing on Theme 3. So you guys can see here, there is a avatar, and it is the same avatar, even though they are on different engine. So a lot of people saying, a lot of incubation that we're actually having conversation with us is sending us proposal, how can they incubate our project, right? One of the questions and one of the problems that they need to solve for us is, imagine our player actually own an avatar, an NFT of our project, right? They need to be able to access a game inside Sandbox as well as in Theme 3, for example, and perhaps many other many other metaphors that we're building onto. So right now, we're exploring different engines such as Unity 3D, and Unreal Engine 5. We're tapping into our partner studio to be able to launch all our 650 escape room IPs. All right, so the next slides that we're focusing on to is what are the integration that I mentioned. So you guys keep hearing me talk about, the O2O, the offline to online, but what exactly is a case study that we are helping the offline escape room, building it onto online? So number one is we're utilizing tools to help us to achieve a phygital. So for people that don't know, phygital is a physical object turning into a digital assets. And there is already available AI to do so. So how is that going to be applicable to an escape room? So we're just simply going to use the AI tool to scan your coffee cup, your escape room pop, and turn that into a Unity engine file that we can upload directly to our gameplay. So that is already being discovered, and we are working on fast tracking to scan all the escape room object onto the metaverse. And then next, we have the NFC tracking tools. So it's a digital, and I'll talk about that later on, but the last one is the digital twin. So have a digital twin to help the players creating the in-game avatar. And as I mentioned before, if you own a sandbox avatar, you would be able to play on any other engine. So we're working on a smart contract to be able to pretty much linking with, for example, if we're building on Polygon, on Binance Smart Chain, we would be able to convert that particular NFT into multi-chain. Okay, the next one, I'm just going to try to keep it really simple, but let's walk through it quickly with our player journey. Okay, so we start from the left-hand side, which is the Web2 users. Your Web2, your regular mums and pops and your teenage lover, they go purchase the ticket through a different channel. So your Groupon, because you don't normally buy a escape room ticket by yourself, you usually go in a group. So a lot of the online channels like Groupon, a lot of the affiliate website are promoting for escape rooms. So those are the target channels for us in the Web2 market. So once they purchase that ticket into a real life escape room, then they will interact with our O2O integration tool, which is the one that I mentioned, such as the NFC that record and on-chain data for the players' performances to our platform. So what that means is that right now, if you go to an escape room, you don't know how you perform. You don't know your time management. You don't know your collaboration skill set. You don't know anything about solving a puzzle. You simply know that, okay, I have 1 hour, I have 60 minutes, and I need to get out of this room. But it's not, because we can actually track a lot of data and actually give you a performance review on how you play the game. And then the player will receive an XP for clearing the puzzle. And what we do is we're burning double of the XP if they want to get hints. So when they get stuck in a situation, when they get stuck in a room, you know what? I'm just going to burn double of the XP just so I can get out of this room. And that is exactly how we remain a deflationary of our native token. When the player interact with our platform, they can either convert the XP into our native token or into fiat. So this is more like your typical play to earn model. Next, on your right-hand side, is the Web3 journey begin. The player will seamlessly create an account with no gas fee transaction, and they will have a simplified account management. So when you come on board, there's no complicated remember your first, your seed phrase, your login through MetaMask. We are simplifying the whole account management. So it's almost like I didn't even know I'm using blockchain technology. And also, when a player coming onto the Web3 platform, they're enjoying the benefit of our provided functions such as API gating tool, because as I said, you don't really play escape room by yourself. So you send out that particular gating tool, a tracking link to your friend, and that will automatically get your friend connected and play the escape room with you. Usually in an escape room environment, you play with 5 to 8 people. And that is actually one of our hyper growth strategy is we target one person, we'll automatically target the social network. And I did mention one of the function, a very major function is our development matrix, and a lot more marketing activity that is going on. For example, your staking, incentive, your PvP, PvE, and guild, GVG, which is a guild versus guild competition. The next step that I wanted to focus on is the RNG system. So RNG stands for randomization number generator. So that particular system will ensure each player gameplay will have different outcome and different ending. So that solves a lot of the problem that we have with the brick and mortar business is because they can't replay the same game twice, and it's so boring, right? So what we have in is, of course, we're providing, working on that RNG system, and everyone that play the virtual escape room, they will have different endings. So, when we target KOLs, Twitch, people actually streamline our gameplay. They don't just duplicate and speed run the game. And this is actually one of the major, major thing that I see in playing video game and try to do play to earn and play to earn type of thing. And then the next stage, I don't want to talk too much about it, but it's actually really important for everyone to know. Next stage, we focus on having our creator toolkit. So we done a user interview. We interviewed 350 people, escape room players, and the question that we asked them is, would you like to actually build your own escape room games with your friend? And guess what? 10 out of 10 further yes, because simply they love to create a puzzle, sending it to the friend and for them to solve. For example, I meet someone at a coffee shop, and I'm gonna build that particular scenario because just to replicate our memory, and obviously throwing some insider joke, throwing some gag, whatever that you want in that puzzle gameplay, and then you're sending that gameplay to your friend, or perhaps you're creating that escape room with your friend. And this is where our creator toolkit come into handy. And this is where the part we're going to be targeting the UGC, user generated content, and decentralized IP. So you actually get to own your creation of your escape room. Most importantly is, the fun fact is we're going to get the community to actually vote which online escape room game has the most popular vote and audiences, and we'll build the offline escape room pop-up stores, road showing across different countries. So we're not going to build a brick and mortar business where it's going to be like 3 and 5 years onward. We're just going to build it for 3 months. 3 months in Texas, in Singapore, in Hong Kong, in Shanghai, in whatever city that is a major city that in need of that roadshow. We're going to build it offline, and this is a complete circle of how O2O online to offline and also offline back to online. Okay, couple of last things that I want to talk about. Very simply, just to talk about our growth strategy, because we have such a strong partnership network. Our growth strategy focuses on 5 key pillars. That is including strong GameFi and SocialFi interactive gameplay, which is escape room. We are
Sorry, Wingwu, are you speaking now? Because I can't hear you. Okay, maybe she has website delay, so Wingwu, can you hear me? Oh, sorry for that. Because of the time constraint, thank you for your sharing. It's very, very nice. And please welcome the next team. The next team is Poco. Poco is the Y Combinator backdate startup that bringing bank-like capabilities to wallets, NFT marketplace, wallet providers, and Web3 DApps. Poco's products connect these business to traditional payments, rails in a compliant manner, allowing them to offer a seamless and familiar purchasing experiences to their users worldwide. And the speakers today is Varajin Anasa, Head of Legal. Hi, Varajin, are you here?
Hi, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
Thank
I can see
for having me. Okay, awesome. So should I take it from here?
Yes, I can. You can share your screen now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And first off, just thank you to the ABGA for having me. Honestly, very excited to be here because we work very closely with like a lot of Web3 gaming projects, and just it's really exciting to see the kind of innovations that are happening in the Web3 gaming space. So really looking forward to learning more about what all of you are doing and potentially exploring how we can all work together. So just to give you a quick introduction to Poco, and actually just give me a bit, let me actually just start sharing as well. Yeah, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Perfect. So I'll just start by giving you a quick introduction to Poco, to what we do, and then take you through the product that I want to demo for you all today. So Poco is a Web3 payment startup. We sort of see ourselves as a payments neobank for all Web3 businesses, supporting them with all their payments needs. So that would be both the on-ramps and the off-ramps. Currently, we offer 2 on-ramping products, and the second and the more recent on-ramping product will be the main focus of the demo, and that is a direct checkout solution. A direct checkout solution, by that we mean a solution which allows users to interact with Web3 applications or smart contracts using fiat payments. So this could take several forms, such as interacting with an NFT or minting an NFT. And it could take several forms, such as, entering into a liquidity pool position, or staking some assets, or entering into a launchpad position. So we just see this as very critical to taking Web3 more mainstream and getting Web3 to mass adoption, because that sort of missing element is just making all these interactions more seamless and more accessible. And as we've seen from several of the presentations so far, payment systems are quite integral to GameFi and Web3 ecosystems. You need easy ways for users to be able to enter as well as exit the ecosystem. So to just give you a bit of a brief on our direct checkout solution and how it could be useful for games, and then I'll just take you through a demo. So our direct checkout solution, you can think of it as a one-step on-ramping flow. So usually what users would need to do to on-ramp into the Web3 ecosystem would be they would have to spend fiat currency, receive crypto in their wallet, and then they would need to go and spend that crypto in the Web3 ecosystem. So this is, again, something that makes it a bit more exclusive to people who are more comfortable with Web3, to people who are comfortable with wallets and signing transactions and those sorts of things. So instead, what we've designed is a sort of one-step on-ramping flow where users can pretty much interact with anything in Web3 directly using fiat payments. So again, examples, as I mentioned, could be minting in-game assets or contributing to an in-game liquidity pool, or potentially in a metaverse, for example, buying goods and services which are priced in crypto. All of this can be done through a simple, the local payment method that your user is most familiar with, be it cards in Western markets or bank transfers in, Southeast Asia, or whatever the most popular local payment method is in that particular region. So in terms of like the benefits, how this would compare to your traditional on-ramping, we see this as much faster, much more seamless. We've also noticed that many merchants seem to face a lot higher conversion rate because there's no drop off in the process of trying to get crypto. And overall, this is just a much better solution when you're trying to expand your coverage to retail users, whether you're an NFT marketplace or a Web3 game or whatever you are. Makes it much easier to just onboard more retail users. And I think the key part about our solution is that it gives you global coverage. So by integrating with us, you pretty much can onboard users from anywhere in the world. You get access to card rails in the US, you get access to ACH in the US, SEPA and FPS in Europe, and all your most popular local payment methods in emerging markets. So I guess with that introduction, I'll just take you through the solution and show you how it looks. So this is just a demo marketplace that we have put together to pretty much demo the solution and show you how it looks. So here, the form that we've taken is purchasing NFTs through fiat. But as I mentioned, this can be pretty much applied to any case where there is some smart contract interaction. So here you will see that usually the way this would look in terms of implementation is users would normally have a mint with crypto button. So, mint with Ethereum or USDC or whatever it is. And one common implementation is we just add a buy with fiat button next to that mint button. So when the user clicks on buy with fiat, this will pull up the Poco widget. And here you will see some key information, such as the price of the NFT in crypto. So this would be whatever cryptocurrency is the NFT is priced in. It could be stables or ETH or whatever it is. And then here the user will see the fiat price, which is being converted from the cryptocurrency price to the fiat price by our various payment processors that we work with on the ground. So for different regions, we naturally have different payment processors. So this would involve their FX conversion to fiat currency. And here you'll see the user is pretty straightforwardly able to just select the payment method that they want and go ahead and make the payment. So again, a lot of this can be customized to just make it a lot easier for your users. Here you'll see that I did have to enter the wallet address, but this could, for instance, be pre-filled if you are able to push this information to us. So here you can see I can just proceed. User will just need to enter their email ID for the invoice and so on. Just give me a sec. So once they do this, the user would be redirected to the payment screen of whatever of our respective payment processor, where they would be shown either, so depending on the payment method, they could be shown the bank transfer information or a QR code to make the scan. And here you would just see your standard credit card screen. So here, since we're in staging, I'm just using some dummy information to simulate the transaction. And it's pretty much as straightforward as that. The user would just go and make the payment. And within usually 30 seconds or so, they would receive the NFT. So the way this works in the backend is we would be collecting, like our payment processor would collect fiat money and settle that to us later after, say, a T+5 or a T+7 timeline. And in the interim, we instantaneously pre-fund your smart contract with the respective amount of crypto and then transfer the NFT to the user. So here you'll see you get a notification that the NFT has been minted and sent to your wallet, and you're also able to view the transaction hash. So you can actually go and check when the NFT was sent and so on. So that's just on our direct checkout solution. I'll just toggle through a few of the other payment methods. So you can see that we do pretty much cover the entire world. So again, we offer card rails in all the Western markets. And one of our differentiators is actually that we have very deep focus in emerging markets. So in all your Southeast Asian markets, we offer your most popular payment methods. Similarly, in Latin America, in India, and in many key African markets. So pretty much all your most important markets, not only for Web3, but also for DeFi and even for GameFi. So we pretty much offer you coverage in all these markets. And yep, so that's on our direct checkout solution. I'll just quickly touch upon our other second on-ramping product. So our second on-ramping product is an on-ramp aggregator. So this is similar to the first flow that I described, which as against a direct checkout solution is more of a two-step flow where users would first need to purchase crypto and then spend that crypto. So many of you all may be familiar with on-ramps like Transact and MoonPay. They're the more popular ones in the industry. An on-ramp is pretty much any solution that allows you to spend fiat currency and receive cryptocurrency. So we are not an on-ramp ourselves. Instead, we are an aggregator because we aggregate several on-ramps into one widget. And through a single integration, you're able to access all these 13 on-ramps that we offer you. So the reasons we've sort of taken this aggregator approach is pretty straightforward. First is that we see that this is the best way to offer the highest success rates, because many of these international providers that claim to serve the entire globe, they actually have quite poor success rates in many emerging markets. And instead, what we do is we partner with many local on-ramps that are more specialized in these markets, that offer more local payment methods and also that have much more localized, either localized KYC flows or much less rigid, much less restrictive KYC flows. So that's the first sort of benefit. You get much higher success rates. Second is your users are always guaranteed the sort of lowest costs when they use an aggregator, because what we found is that comparing on-ramps, like comparing one on-ramp versus the other, is often very hard because on-ramps hide a lot of charges and their FX rates and so on. So instead, we do away with all such comparisons of fees and so on, and we just ensure that users are always routed to the best deal and that they don't need to, take the effort to compare two different on-ramps. So that's on our on-ramp aggregator. Again, we offer you global coverage. I'll just quickly toggle through a few of the markets we cover just to show you how we compare to the more traditional options. And again, we do have global coverage, but our main focus would be in emerging markets. So this is the example of Vietnam, where we have two local on-ramps that are focused only on Vietnam. And here you'll see a considerable price saving when compared to Transact. If I'm not wrong, this is around 7% cheaper than what your user would get through Transact. And this is like, aside from the fact that Transact will in most cases not work, because we have several members in Vietnam and I myself am from India, and none of us have ever been able to successfully on-ramp through Transact because we can't even clear the KYC process to begin with. So that's the first thing, that much higher success rates. And two is another important factor is through local on-ramps, you'll often get much lower minimum amounts as well. So users can on-ramp into say as low as $2 or $3 with these local on-ramps. Just to show you a few other options, you'll see for Brazil, another key emerging market, We again compare to Transact and MoonPay, and you get around 8 or 9% cost savings here. And similarly for India also, you would see, again, we offer some local on-ramps, which give you considerable price savings over Transact. So that's on our second product. And just before I conclude, just to show you, along with these products, we also offer you like a payments analytics dashboard. So the idea behind this is pretty much that most of your current on-ramping options don't give merchants a lot of visibility over what's happening. People don't know how many of their users are actually trying to on-ramp from emerging markets. They don't know if they're failing, when they're failing, how they're failing, and so on. So here we just give you more visibility over all your payments and your inflows and your outflows in terms of where are your users coming from, how much of monetization is coming from where, which payment methods are working better and which are not working better, and so on. And with this data, you're able to just take more informed decisions. So with that, I guess that brings my demo to a close. And I'll conclude with that. And I think I do have some time left, so more than happy to take questions if there are any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Virai, and thank you for Poco team. And how time flies, we are nearing to our final team strategy by Challenger project to give the presentations. Also, let me introduce briefly about Challenger project. Challenger project is a casual esport startup for players or popular games like League or Legends, Variant, or PUBG. Challenger project is bringing a fresh competition format to casual esport by offering AI-protected challenges such as best average distance or headshots, or best healing per minute on sport. Currently building Web3's version of their platform. Strategy, let's welcome Rafael Lapzicki, also Doctor of Philosophy, CEO of Challenger Project, to give us the final presentation today. Hi, Rafael, are you here?
Hi, thank you, I'm here. If you could just confirm that you can see my screen, I already started the screen share.
Yes, I can see it. You can start your presentation now.
Okay, camera should be on as well. Hi again. Great, thank you. I would like to congratulate all the previous participants. A really great presentation, especially Poco. I think that you are a natural partner to to our protocol. So let's talk about potential partnership later. As you introduced us, we are a casual esports startup. We have a casual esports platform currently in Web 2. So this is the right side of the screen. And on the left side, I have the white paper for the casual esports protocol, something we're building right now. The idea of this project is to take what's best from the already existing platform in Web 2, mix it with Web 3, and create something even better. So this is this protocol. Let me begin with the short overview. So as you said, we are using already existing games. Currently, we use data from League of Legends and Valorant, and we use this data to let people play in online esports competitions. I will elaborate about the format in a minute. So far, we had almost 100,000 users on the platform. Last year, we won the third place at the competition for the best esports startup at Esports Insider in London. We are the member of Google Cloud program for startups. So we have the whole infrastructure on GCP, also funded by Google. We also have an AI part of the project, which is co-funded by European Union. This AI is the module which detects cheaters, which gives recommendations on how to play better. So this is the overview of what we already have on Web2 platform. Recently, it was yesterday or maybe 2 days ago, I tweeted that we actually have 5 times more concurrent players in challenges compared to 16 weeks ago. So this is a really fast growing community. Also, the Web2 platform is verified in case of the business model because it's already generating revenue. So this is a good example of what we would like to achieve with the Web3 protocol. Yeah, and let me begin with what we have here. And what's special about our approach to esports, how we understand casual esports. So if you take a look at our challenges, let's take, for example, a Valorant challenge, for example. So the challenge is a type of esports competition which is designed for casual players. So what we think is that casual players are actually players who are not among the best players, who just like their game. They are most probably good at something in a game, but they are not the best players in a game. And being casual, also, they can't commit to regular tournament schedules. So all the platforms which are already in the environment, online esports platforms, offer something that mimics the professional esports format, where you have to commit to a schedule of a tournament. So what we do is we do it differently. We let people play in challenges where they don't have to commit to matches at a certain time points. They rather commit to a certain time frame. As you can see in this Valorant challenge, there's still 5 days remaining. So this was a 7 days challenge. So you have 7 days to play required number of games. In this example, you have to play 5 games, right, to be qualified to the leaderboard. And what's very important here is that you don't have to win your games to be the best here. So casual approach, in our understanding, is that you have to be good at something in a game. Let's say that you are a good healer in League of Legends. So you will find a challenge for the best healing per minute in League of Legends. You can also find a challenge to best healing at a certain champion, right? Because there is always a set of conditions. Let's say you're a good sniper. You will find a challenge for the best average distance of headshots, for example. This example is get the most kills per round. So this is kind of a regular approach, but this is the best KDA. What's next? This is most true damage. So this is a little bit more specific. So this is our casual approach. It's about being good at something in a game, not necessarily being good overall player in a game. And this is why our platform is addressed to the large number of players, because the vast majority of players are casual players who just like the game, are good at something in a game, not necessarily being the best players overall, and they're not ready or even not willing to take part in a tournament. So this is the casual approach, and how you get rewards for playing these challenges. So this is the next question probably. So if you play in this challenge, we pull data directly from the video game API, so we know your results. First thing we do is we verify them with our AI to check if you are not a cheater, and if you're not, your results are presented here on a leaderboard. And based on your result, you are placed on a leaderboard. When the challenge is finished, you are placed somewhere, and if you are high enough, you get your reward. So this is how it works. So where is the business model, right? So where does this reward come from? If you want to join a challenge, you have to pay. So this is the business model, right? You have to pay for the ticket, you have to pay the entry fee. And currently you're doing it with USDs via PayPal. And maybe let's stop here, because this is the good point where we can move to the protocol, because what I described to you about the casual approach, this will be transferred to the Web3 protocol. So the format, casual challenges format, will be present in the protocol. But this is the place where we can move here. So in Web3 version we're building right now, instead of using free USDs, you will use our native token chill. So this is the default, the basic utility of the native token of the protocol. It is used to enter challenges. So let's say that in this example, there are 10 tokens here. Let's say that there were 10 people who paid each one token to the challenges smart contract. Each challenge in the Web3 protocol version is a separate smart contract. So this is all on chain. And the challenge is finished and there is reward. But only 7 out of these 10 tokens are in a prize pool. So what happened? As you can see here in Web2 version, these four people paid 3 USDs each, and there is 8.4 USD in prize pool, not 12, right? So something happened with this 30%. And obviously in the Web2 version, this is a fee we took as a company. But in Web3, there is a protocol, there is no company, right? So we are not taking anything from this. So what happens with this remaining 30%? This remaining 30% is deducted as the protocol fee. So this is the fuel which lets the protocol thrive. This is actually divided into 3 separate flows. And let me explain how it works. So we have these 3 remaining tokens, right? Out of this 10, 7 went to the prize pool, and we have 3 remaining. So the first token is used as a fuel for entities, for people, organizations who acquire users. So the protocol is designed in a way that anyone can create a challenge. So we, as a protocol, reward people, reward streamers, reward esports organizations, and other entities who create challenges and provide users for the protocol. So let's say that you are a streamer, you create challenges, you promote them on stream, you acquire users for the protocol, and then you get your 1 token out of 10 that you had in this challenge, and this is your reward. Let's say that you are an esports organization, you have your followers, you invite them to challenges, this is your reward. You can be a Web3 game. You want to list your game with our protocol. You organize challenges, you get your reward. So this is a reward which is distributed to entities which promote the protocol, which acquire users for protocol. And most importantly, this does not come from out of nowhere. This comes from tokens paid in as a buy-in by players who participate. The second part is for stakers. So this is a real yield staking. The more users protocol has, the more rewards are generated for stakers. So this is the part where people who stake and contribute to the protocol get rewards for being supporters. And there is a deflation. So after each challenge, 10% is deducted from the supply. 1 token out of 10 always goes to the treasury. There is a governance of stakers over treasury, and the default action is to burn. So after each challenge in the protocol, there is less tokens in supply. So this is how protocol generates value by operating this protocol fees. So this is how it works. Here is the detailed example of how the staking works, because this is a very important part of protocol and its rewards for contributors. So we obviously have a base reward staking pool for supporters, but there is this huge part of real yield staking, which is provided by protocol fees, both from premium and academy challenges. So this is what fuels the protocols and lets it grow. If you are, let's say that you are a video game publisher and you have your game listed here, you can act in actually in 2 points here. You can be an organizer and get your chill token from organizing. You can stake this token and also participate in staking rewards. So we incentivize everyone to participate in the protocol as much as possible, organize challenges, provide users, provide value. So this is how it works. A very important part of the tokenomics of the protocol is the balance between pools. So people who participate in pre-sale, in seed strategic and public round have the same power, let's say, as the company which owns 30% of tokens. And what's also very important is that actually pre-sale participants have shorter vesting periods than the company. So this is a way for us to express our approach towards this project. We believe in the long-term growth. We support this belief with what we already see in Web 2, which is a very rapid growth, a verified business model. We know that people are paying. So this is something we already proved here, and we would like to mix it with what Web3 have to offer and make an even better platform here. Yeah, so this is it. Thank you very much. It's 13 minutes, I think, but yeah, maybe not. Let's not make it longer. If you have any questions, you can always contact us via Twitter. I'm answering DMs, so this is directly to me. We are a team of 7 right now. If you are interested about knowing more details about us, about the project itself, please just write to me. And yeah, this is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rafa, and thank you for waiting so long time, because as the last project, I have noticed that you have entered our Zoom space at the first beginning. So thank you very much. And yes, and these are all the presentations today, and our showcase today comes to an end. Thank you all the speakers today. All of you did a good job. And thank you for all the guests and friends. If you are interested in connecting with these teams, whether for investment or other forms of partnerships, do not hesitate to contact anyone from ABGA or just scan the code on my background and leave your message. Or just click the connection collection links I have shared in our message boxes. Our teams will help with the connections. And if you have any problems, you can also contact our teams. ABGA Start-up Showcase will be hosted once a month. If you are a blockchain gaming, NFT, or metaverse and would like to participate in our showcase and introduce your projects, please be aware of our official channels, which is ABGA Asia. And our Startup Showcase in May will be open for registration soon. Let's look forward to it. Except for the showcase, ABGA will also host various events in different countries and regions this year. Please pay attention, and if you are interested in partnering with us regarding those events, please feel free to contact our teams as well. And yeah, that's all of today's showcase today. Thank you for joining with us, and see you in next month. Goodbye, everyone.